We score.
Yeah, it's up on the right-hand side, second for the end zone and in. Touchdown, Maroon. Got Ireton back. We break the left. Got it. Touchdown, Perry. Touchdown, Perry.
We are the only Maroons. We are brothers ready to take the field and battle together. In his second season, the captain, Coach Cameron Bennett, is the architect to victory. The time is now.
Perry, first down.
It's time for Perry Maroon football.
Get him at the 15-yard line. Perry will take over.
It must all be on the field tonight.
Touchdown, Perry. 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Maroon through and true. Perry Maroon football is brought to you by Brown Duggar Funeral Home. Live, love, legacy. Custom Dental. We didn't invent dentistry. We just made it better. Devon Energy Corporation. Commitment. Runs deep. First Bank and Trust. Community-minded. Just like you. Ortho Oklahoma PC. Keeping you together. The Perry Daily Journal. Stillwater Medical Center. Commitment to excellence. Suddenly, faster, better, easier. The Womack Insurance Agency. Steve Womack Farmers Insurance. We've got you covered. Van Chevrolet, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Perry Maroon football is also brought to you by DLS Printing and Design, Hair Naturally, Pen Network, Daddy-O's Music Company, Here It Is, and Thorn Originals. Now we go live to the field with a call for tonight's game with the voice of the Perry Maroons, Brock Campbell, and color analyst Mike Shaw.
And
Stroud coming in 2-0, Perry 2-0. Stroud is ranked 8th and 12th, whatever poll you go by, and Perry's ranked 14th and 19th.
2 polls?
Whatever poll you go by.
Did not know there's 2 polls.
And I guess there's a Max Preps poll, there's a
Max Preps.
Stillwater News Press poll, there's an Oklahoman poll, so there's many polls out there. I don't know which one's the official one.
Right. Well, much like most college polls, it's irrelevant until we get to the playoffs anyway, in my opinion. But
exactly.
You know.
So both teams come in undefeated, and we've got a good ball game on tap tonight, Mike. And I just found out that Perry was picked to lose last week. Do you believe that one?
They were picked to lose to Crescent. That's no offense to Crescent. That's a surprise to me. Thank you, sir. I didn't have that one pegged at all. I had it.
We didn't see that. We didn't see the same game.
I didn't see what people saw. Crescent had some nice players, but I didn't see what they were seeing. Hey, it's good to prove the doubters wrong.
Well, if you're tuning in to watch this on Penn Network, we're having a little technical difficulties. We're trying to get going here. Huh? No, it's not on. No, that's what I'm saying. If you're tuning in to watch it, it's not on right now. Tyson Davis is doing everything he can to get us on. We had a little snafu right at the first of it, but he's done a heck of a job. And I want to say, Suddenlink, thank you very much for giving us internet access tonight. This morning they were out here and got us internet access again, and that's the only reason that we're almost on the air. But there's just one little snafu we got to figure out, and we'll be on the air shortly. And I know Mike really wants to be on TV. He told me how excited he was to be on TV before we
couldn't
got
wait.
on.
I shaved for this performance. I tell you, Brock, there's really nothing like a wake-up call, like seeing yourself on the monitor here. I need to drop a couple of LBs, but
that is true. So we got a nice little crowd filing in here. We've got a beautiful night for football.
It's a little hot.
It's gonna get down into the higher 70s. At the end of the night, we've got some rain coming in tomorrow. Sticky, but it's a beautiful night. Got a good crowd filing in. Not very many Stroud fans here yet, but they'll probably file in with their tradition they have in football and all that good stuff. So we're hoping to have a nice crowd here for the home opener, your Perry Maroons. Donning the bright and shiny brand new uniforms, all maroon tonight. That looks like it's a sharp look tonight. Maroon.
Definitely.
So.
I like the P on the field, too.
Yeah, we've got the P on the field. I helped paint the field on Wednesday.
Oh, you did? Very
nice.
nice.
We were out here painting the field, and got the flying P logo on midfield, and we've got all the numbers are painted on.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
I was down there before the game talking to some of the Stroud coaches and our coaches, and the field looks great. I'm very impressed with it. We were here, I guess, a month ago for the scrimmage, and it's amazing what they can do in a month. I mean, it didn't look terrible then, but
the middle field still has a little bit to come, with the growth-wise, but the size of the field look great.
That'll happen in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and we had the opportunity to get it fixed, and it get there for us in time. So, but anyways, that's a little bit our opener between Perry hosting the Stroud Tigers tonight here at Daniels Field. We're going to take our opening break. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football Triple Play Sports.
You know the excitement of uncovering a great bargain, the joy of buying that perfect gift, or the fun of a spontaneous weekend holiday. You may also know the disappointment of disregarding your plans because you couldn't get to the bank on time. Don't let this happen again. Use your good credit to qualify for our First Freedom account and write your own loan anytime you need extra money for pleasure or an emergency. Know the freedom of having a reserve at your fingertips. Find us at bankfbt.com or Bank & Trust Company member FDIC.
Integrity, respect, professionalism, and a genuine caring attitude is exactly what you can expect from us at Brown Duggar Funeral Home. We are committed to being available to you every step of the way. We know that losing a loved one is never easy, but it's our privilege, responsibility, and our calling to help ease this process as much as possible. We are avid supporters of the Perry Maroon and welcome you to come or stop by. We're located at 1010 North 7th or call us at 580-336-4444.
Yeah, actually.
Brown Duggar Funeral.
Well, that's why I wanted to say that. I
you.
was like, we're not clearly on the same
More
page.
than 1 million wild animals are
Stroud,
killed
so
each year illegally, posing as a major threat to our country's wildlife. I'm Tom Barry. I'm an actor with the desire to preserve living space for wildlife.
I don't have to sit next to you.
The Humane Society Wildlife Land Trust does just that. Work with private landowners to protect wildlife, to preserve natural habitats. To learn more or to work with the Humane Society Wildlife Land Trust, call 800-729-SAVE. That's 800-729-SAVE, or visit wildlifelandtrust.org. Thank you.
Much like the weather, your life could change at the drop of a hat. Don't be caught unprepared.
What does this probably
You don't know what will happen tomorrow, but no matter what happens, you can make sure your loved ones are provided with a life insurance policy. Meet with your local agent, Steve Womack, and secure peace of mind. Knowing you are protecting the ones you love. You can visit with Steve at 623 Delaware Street in Perry, or call him at 580-336-6300. We also invite you to visit his website at www.farmersagent.com.
I'm going to add Keeler. He popped a little bit on film for me.
Perry Maroon Football pregame show is brought to you by First Bank & Trust Company of Perry. Just like the Maroons, your friends and neighbors are proud supporters of this community. First Bank is located at
last week.
Call them at 580-336-5562 for all of your banking needs. First Bank & Trust, community-minded, just like you.
Hey, welcome back to Daniels Field. I apologize, I was on the air while that commercial was going on, so I apologize that cut in there, but we should be used to this now. It's our third game, and I still am a little rusty, and
we were on the air just now. My fault.
Do what?
Didn't know we were on the air during the commercial. My apologies.
Now we're back on the air. We're back from Daniels Field. Perry getting ready to host the Stroud Tigers in their home opener here. Got a nice crowd filing in as we got plenty of room for you to come in here and enjoy this ball game. And if you're looking for this one on Penn Network, Channel 59, we're still trying to get it up and running. We have one little area we got to fix, and then it will be up and running. The cameras work, everything works except the audio. So you can't watch a broadcast without audio.
Exactly, and the people of TV land need to hear my sultry tones.
But now we're going to turn our focus to the Stroud Tigers. They come in with a record of 2-0, ranked 8th or 12th, whatever poll you go by. 12th in Max Preps, 8th in the Oklahoman or the Stillwater News Press. I can't remember which one it is, but they're 8th and 12th. And your Maroons are 14th and 19th, whatever poll you go by.
Moving up.
We're going to look at their record. Their 2013 record was 6-5, and you look at Stroud, Mike, and Stroud doesn't usually go 6-5. They got a tradition in football. They had a rough year last year. They started off so far good, 2-0 right now.
Right, yeah, you're right. Looking back just the previous 2 years, they won 11 games both years, so 6-5 was a tremendous drop-off for them.
Well, they've got the coach, Chris Ellerick. That's Elerick. His wife, Carrie, is a high school counselor. They got twin sons in 7th grade, Drew and Grant. So we're going to have some Ellericks coming up for the high school race here pretty soon. Coach Ellerick was a running back and a quarterback in college and in high school. His father, Phil Ellerick, is a career coach. He's in the Oklahoma Coaches Association Hall of Fame. That's big.
Yeah.
Coach
the bloodlines.
Coach Ellerick attended Ryan High School. That makes sense if his dad coached at Ryan. Ryan used to be pretty salty in football.
Yeah.
And then he attended and graduated from UCO. This is his 19th year as a coach. He's got really good experience. 1 year as assistant at Piedmont High School. 8 years as head coach at Yale. He coached those Bulldogs over there. And then he's currently in his 10th season with the Tigers. So they've got some continuity.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been running the same scheme for what seems like years. So,
right, yeah.
And
like
they deviate from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not?
So I asked him what his philosophies were as a football coach, and he says, we take the simple route. It's all about the kids, and that's what a coach is supposed to be. It's all about the kids and developing young men and all that. He wants to get the young men to achieve at their highest level, and he wants to teach life, responsibility, character, the value of hard work. And he's true here. Both former football players, football teaches life.
Yeah.
It really does. It teaches you adversity, it teaches you humility, it teaches you victory, it teaches you all kinds of things that you can use in your life after you're done with football.
Absolutely.
Football-wise, he says, no matter how smart coaches get, it all boils down to three things: blocking, tackling, and execution. That's football. I wish it was that simple.
I know. I do too.
That's football. On defense, and everything that he does, they start with defense. He'll get the gang tackle, which we saw in the gang film that we looked at in their two previous games with the Commerce team and with Bristow last week. So they really gang tackle, they run for the ball, they leverage the ball, and they defend the chains, meaning they don't give up very many first downs. So far in the first two ball games, they haven't met anybody with like Perry's stature and ability yet.
Absolutely not. No offense to the Commerce Tigers or the Bristol Pirates, but this is a different kind of offense. They haven't seen a Colby Mendenhall yet. Not many people have at this level.
And you just read the notes here. You leveraged you just went into it, and he goes, P.S. also containing Mendenhall, and he says in capital letters, challenge.
Challenge. Yeah, I see that. Well,
every
you got to go with the notes.
is going to have that in capital letters on their blackboard or their dry erase board before every game. Contain Mendenhall, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. We haven't seen it yet.
No, and if the 193 didn't bring anybody's attention, the 293 the next week certainly brought everybody's attention, not to mention 7 touchdowns in 2 games for Colby.
On offense, his philosophy is to get in that huddle, that put your hand on the ground team, run first, and then they take what the defense gives you. We've seen that on film as well. They're heavy on the ground at times, but if there's a pass there, they'll go for it, and they'll beat you there. They're sound in the run and pass game. They take care of the football, meaning they don't have any turnovers. That was Perry's area of trouble last week. They had 3 turnovers, 2 lost fumbles.
Right.
And then they play in front of the chains, which means they get first downs. They move the ball. They get win the battle of the trenches, and they get those first downs and get points ultimately.
Ball control. Yep.
Last week they beat Bristow 24-8 or 6, I think.
8.
It was 8, and it was a sloppy game.
Yeah,
he even says that we came out sloppy. We played flat in the first half, and in the second half they really picked it up.
They did, yeah. And they're playing a 4A team, but Bristow's on the lower end. But you go up 2 levels at all, I mean, you never know the challenge it's going to bring sometimes.
Offensively, we're going to see multiple I formation. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to mix some spread in as well, meaning play action passes and stuff like that. They'll find ways to beat you. Like you said, they're going to take what the defense gives you. Defense, they're going to be a 3-4 base. I talked to Coach Ellerick. I asked him what his strengths are. He goes, overall, the teamwork as an entire group, they only have 30 players on the roster, so they really play true Ironman football. Thank you. And we got our officials. Got an official card for the first time. They really play Ironman football, true Ironman football, because they have 11 players on offense, and most of those translate and play on defense as well. I think there's one that just starts on defense. So 10 other players play on defense. So the wearing down factor could have something to do with the ball game tonight too.
Absolutely, and they actually have a jack of all trades like we do, and Byer, Alex Boot, their fullback, running back, kickoff, punt. He does almost everything for them.
But as a team, their entire group of players and coaches, they all pull in the same direction. He has a great group of kids that compete. Their weaknesses, just what I mentioned, their depth and their overall numbers. All of their kids play both ways. What he knows about Perry, he said he doesn't know much really about us, only what they have learned this week through film study. Looks like they are doing a good job. Kids look good, and the Mendenhall kid is fast, obviously.
Yeah, says it fast, possibly, and then obviously.
Then I asked him a little bit about, can you give me a little summary of your first 2 games? And he said Commerce, the first game, it was a good team effort, not perfect, but good. A good win versus a perennially good team. Commerce is pretty good usually in that Class A rank, or I think they're Class A.
Yes,
and
sir.
then Bristow, good road win versus the rival. They have played forever. They had, like you said, they had a sloppy first half offensively, but got it together in the second half. So, that's a little bit about the Stroud Tigers. Now, Mike, tell us a little bit about some of the key players we're going to be calling tonight.
Okay, thank you, Brock. Well, number 65, big old kid. I'm not taking this lightly. Literally, 6'5", 335 pounds. He's an offensive and defensive lineman. He's a junior, and there's an even bigger kid on the team, if you can imagine that. Tristan Close is 6'7", 360 pounds, and he's a senior. He's also an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Their quarterback, number 3, quarterback, defensive back, Grant Powell. He's 5'7", 147. He's a junior. And they run mainly these two main backs. Number 20, Gage Wright, 5'11", 170. And number 44, 5'11", 202-pound senior, Alex Boot. They also both play linebacker. And Boot is a kid, he's going to run behind the pads. He's going to try to hit you first. And he's a good one-cut runner. He'll see the hole, and if it's not there, he can find the cutback. Actually, him and Wright are both good at that from the film. But Wright's a little bit of a change of pace. And Boot, 202 pounds coming at you at this level. That's sometimes a lot to take down. And finally, number 21, Colton Peeler, 6'1", 155-pound junior, wide receiver, cornerback. Break. Oh, sorry, I thought we were on a break. He's a really good athlete. He'll come out and defend the run really well, and those are the key players tonight.
All right, thanks, Mike. Those are key players of Stroud Tigers tonight, 2-0, visiting the Perry Maroons 2-0 here. Danielsville, home opener. We're going to take another time out. You're listening to Perry Maroons football on Triple Play Sports.
I thought we were on a break, because sometimes...
I should have told you, Mike.
It needs a lot of energy to run.
Well, I know break what that means, but I thought we were already on it, because sometimes we're still on it when the play's going.
We're not just providing energy, but responsible ways to supply it.
This is a 2-minute break.
That's why we're proud supporters of the areas where we live and work.
I can't hear you at all during
because just as important as what the world needs today is what it needs for tomorrow. Seven energy, commitment runs deep.
Hey, football fans, the crunch, crack, and bang of bones go along with gridiron football. But where do you go when your bones take it? Turn to Stillwater's own Ortho, Oklahoma. As bone and joint specialists, our board-certified orthopedic physicians join physical therapists and nurses to treat your injuries with hometown friendliness and expert care. At Ortho, Oklahoma, we are keeping you together. Learn more at orthook.com or call 405-707-0900.
At Stillwater Medical Center, we're asking for more from our nurses and our staff. We're devoting ourselves to providing unhurried and compassionate care.
I'm all the way up here.
Our mission is simple, to perfect the patient experience.
It's everything you expect from a major medical center,
with all the things that you love about a hometown hospital. Learn more about our mission at stillwatermedical.com.
Just like the Perry Maroons football team practices hard and plays even harder, Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick of Perry works 24/7 to provide customers with the very best selection and service. Right now, we're offering a special oil change, filter, and tire rotation for $29.95. And only $69.95 for a diesel oil and filter change. Yes, Vance Chevrolet Buick GMC of Perry, family owned and operated for 19 years, where it's comfortable to buy a car.
Yeah, because of that first week.
Negative 75. Okay.
Here I am, I'm the man on the team. I can give you what did you guys do in preparation for this week's ball game to combat that error in the flaws of the team?
Kind of remember that next week.
We worked on ball security like we always do. We just, a lot of it's just in the mental, capacity of our young kids. And I think most of the ones that put the ball on the ground were the young ones. We just got to, get them better.
Why is that going on?
And then, it just
I'm here. I'm working on it.
Some time playing.
Okay.
All right. Get used to that. So
I can't go any other level.
Well, obviously, Colby Mendenhall is out of the blocks quickly this year as a sophomore. He's leading the state in rushing and Class 2A in rushing. Let's talk about some other players that had a great game against the Crescent Tigers, mainly Dawson Padilla.
Second. There's a kid in Class B that has 600 yards.
Guys and what kind of games they have.
Kid from Alex in Class B. But that's 8-man, so 6-man, yeah, or 11-man.
Why is that barely coming through?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You try to turn it all the way up?
Yeah.
Nervousness out of him. Drake Dale did a great job. He's a guy you got to watch for. Obviously, he's got good hands and he can catch on you. And what helps us out with Drake Dale is, you got to take Braden Sweet on the other side. So So it's kind of one of those things, which one do you want to take away? So he does a good job. Obviously, Kobe,
I don't know. That's weird.
Getting better. And that's what we need. Every day get better. Luke Bowman did a great job. Also, our defense all in all did a great job. But tonight's going to be, it's going to be a little different matchup because obviously Stroud's coming to town. They want to pound us. It's going to be a little different than the last 2 weeks.
Well, I thought it was good that we got a lot of young players in the ballgame last week, in the win against Crescent.
That's why we couldn't hear each other.
Their first varsity performance, the young ones.
I really hear the crowd.
Let people know what that's going to do for them down the road.
Because it's coming through the computer mic.
Well, it gives them something.
Because the crowd mic's off.
Obviously,
crowd mic's right here.
During the week, they're the scout team.
Oh, okay.
And obviously it's not fun getting beat up on it all the time during the week, but. They took it, and anytime we can get those guys in the game, we will.
Okay, first game.
And it's fun to see them get in there because
good crowd tonight.
Sometimes they don't think they're gonna play, and all of a sudden they're playing, which is good because just to give them experience and give them some exposure as well on Friday nights instead of Mondays.
Well, now let's turn to the competition tonight. The Stroud Tigers, as you're hosting in your home opener, they're 2-0 on the year as well. They're ranked 8th and 12th, whatever poll you go by. Perry's ranked 14th and 19th, whatever poll you go by. Looks like they got two good running backs in Gage Wright and Alex Boot. Let's talk about what we're going to see offensively and defensively from the Stroud Tigers tonight.
Well, Stroud's they want to run the ball, and that's what they've done. That's been their tradition. Shoot, since I played in junior. Their thing hasn't changed where they're going to establish the run however they can. Defensive wise, obviously, they got some big boys. They run a 50 like we do. So it's something really that we haven't seen before. Unless they come up with something different, which I doubt.
He talks low too.
Yeah, he kind of does.
They do what they do.
Almost like he doesn't like it.
That's just how he talks.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a great game. We're obviously going to have to wrap up, tackle better, fly the football. Offensive wise, we just got to block and take care of itself.
Well, since they're not really primarily a passing team, they're much of a running team. How do you defense that? Are we going to stay under 50, or are we going to maybe stack the box a little bit more?
We got a couple of different alignments that we're going to do tonight that we've been working on. So just in case we do face a run team like this team, and obviously, which helps us out scheduling these guys because guess what? We play Tonkwell next week, and they're the majority of run team too. So it works in our benefit for obviously seeing the team before we see Tonkwell in open district play.
Okay, so let's move to the keys to tonight's game. Give me 3 keys to tonight's game to get victory number 3 on the year, go 3-0 to beat the Stroud Tigers.
Tackle. We got to tackle. We can't miss tackles. Obviously, ball security, and obviously we got to win up front. They got 2 big guys up front. One's 6'7", 360, the other one's 6'5", 336 or something. Close to that range, but we just gotta win up front and just stay low and move the feet and be okay.
Well, now we turn to our fun picks, the coaches' picks, and we thought there was going to be a change in the guard, so we was going to be in the lead this week, but turns out we're both 6-1. You picked Tulsa, I picked Florida Atlantic, and I won you on that one. Then you picked Nebraska, and I picked Fresno State, and it just happened. We're 6-1, so we only got 2 games picked from this week. OSU's off.
Told you.
Tulsa's off. OU's going to West Virginia. Intriguing ball game. Morgantown is no slouch. My Cowboys know that. And Miami, Florida, Nebraska. Let's get your picks.
I got FAU, dang it.
That's true. I wouldn't have picked that.
West Virginia's
they killed Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa's really bad this year.
To me, West Virginia's hard.
I thought K-State was going to win that game last time.
That's a tough crowd, but I think OU's going to pull it out, but I don't think they're going to kill them like some people think. I think it's going to be close.
20 minutes, that's perfect. We got to do district corner.
Yeah, I'll take OU. What about Miami, Florida visiting your Huskers, which they got a scare last week with McNeese Cowboys? Totally different bear coming to
I think Miami's going to win tomorrow.
Where is it?
It's in Lincoln, but it doesn't matter. They almost got beat by McNeese.
I know, but
I'm not
I don't see it.
They're not that
I gotta
good.
pick Nebraska just because they're home.
Miami's not very good either.
Miami's, they definitely.
And they have a freshman quarterback, true freshman.
I'm going to go against the grain here. I think I'm going to take the Canes in Lincoln because if you get beat by almost, almost beat
agree to disagree.
Cowboys, that puts a little doubt in my mind. So I'm going to take the Canes on that one.
Well, it's like OSU playing Florida State so tight. They had all summer to prepare.
He likes to rouse me too.
No, I think it'll be a good game.
What do you think of the helmet?
Obviously, it is what it is.
I was here for the scrimmage.
I just don't.
Oh yeah.
Looks good though.
So,
well, Coach, I appreciate you talking to me before each game, and good luck tonight. Get the third victory against the Stroud Tigers. Big slow guy, though. And that was Coach Cameron Bennett, your Perry Maroon football coach. Just keep it here. As on the other side of the break, we're going to have the starting lineups and the opening kickoff as your Perry Maroons, with their home opener, host the Stroud Tigers. You're listening to Perry Maroon football on Triple Play Sports. How we doing, Tyson?
Perry Public School students in elementary must attend the games with a parent or guardian, and will also need to sit with their parents or in the student section during the game. The students from junior high and high school.
Hey, can we get some breeze? What the heck happened to the breeze?
The student section, which is located south of the band.
I don't know why they can't hear us in the station. It's not us. It's got to be them. Because he said he couldn't hear that interview at all.
Really? So how's he gonna know when we go to break?
I just told him to play break 3.
Can't be doing that during the game.
I know.
I mean, I guess you could.
Let's go ahead and break and take a timeout. You're listening to Perry Maroon football on Triple Play Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Perry High School Pom Squad recently held a Miss Perry Princess pageant. The Miss Perry Princess
credit approval. First
I can hear them.
That's why I have the board on.
Member FDIC.
Hey, Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst, and let your fears disappear.
I have the board off. I need to keep the board
special?
on.
Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found needed by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38.
We have internet now, so we should be getting scores.
336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry
we have nothing in Crescent. We should be able to
go, Maroons, go!
Gotta check my
Neighbors united for the common good.
Fine.
Honor. The faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good.
No, I'm kidding.
Country. A vow to support.
We're getting ready to do district roundup. How are you doing?
Desperate times. Duty. Honor.
Can you hear me at all?
We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
Getting ready to do this. Okay, he's still trying to get it.
So you just want us to do it? Okay.
Aired by the Oklahoma Association Broadcasters on this station.
Hi, this is Brock Campbell, owner of Campbell Communications. I'd like to take this time right now.
I hate this song because I can't get it out of my mind. Or my, it's so.
Football season. DLS Printing and Design.
Do it?
Here it is. Air Naturally, the Pin Network, and Thorn Original. Thank you for your generosity.
I'm not going to talk on this.
Communications and the Perry Maroons. Without you, our broadcasts are not possible.
I'm going to turn this on so don't talk.
Thanks again, and go Maroons.
Hey, welcome back to Daniels Field. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we're bringing you back live. I think we're on Pin Network now. I think we're good to go. And Tyson Davis doing his magic once again over here. And as we go to the district corner, week 3, can you believe we're already in week 3 tonight as Perry hosts the Stroud Tigers. Let's go over the district roundup here. Hobart, the Hobart Bearcats, they're going to go to the Alva Goldbugs. Geez, Alva, just a bad year so far. 0-2, they've gotten blown out both games. And they host Hobart. Hobart goes in there 1-1. Alva's still ranked somehow in Class 2A, 25, and they've just got to figure out. They've lost a coach. They've lost all their skill players, and they're having a real time, a bad time struggling right now.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Them being ranked still.
Then we got number 1 Hennessy. The Hennessy Eagles 2-0. We're going to go to Jones tonight to take on the number 10 ranked 3A Jones Longhorns. They're 1-1. That should be a pretty good battle. That's a good battle perennially every year, but the way Hennessy's playing, Mike, I'm going to have to take the Eagles.
Taking out Kingfisher like that, that was impressive.
Yeah, Hennessy last week, you had heard Hennessy beat Kingfisher, the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets went to Hennessy, and they beat Kingfisher 32-13.
Impressive.
And by the way, Oklahoma Bible killed Alva 40-14 last week as well. The Tonkawa Buccaneers 0-2 are going to go to Blackwell to take on the 1-1 Blackwell Maroons. Blackwell got a win last week.
First time in 31 games.
38-12, first time in 3 years. And Newkirk got up on them 12-0. Then they scored 38 unanswered points and 25 in the fourth quarter to win going away. So they're going to be taking on Tonkawa 0-2. And it's 38-12 last week as they took down the Newkirk Tigers. Number 18, Class A, O'Keene Whippets. They're 0-2, but they're still ranked because they haven't gotten to their class yet. Once they get in their class, I think they'll be fine. But they're going to go visit Newkirk tonight as well, 1-1. So the Newkirk Tigers hosting the O'Keene Whippets. Pawnee Black Bears 0-2 are going to take on the 0-2 Yale Tigers tonight. Last week, Pawnee took a hard loss. Let's see. They take on Yale, excuse me. Pawnee lost last week. Who did they lose to? There they are. Hominy beat them 14-7. The Bucks took down the Black Bears. So usually the Bears take down the Bucks.
Yeah.
But the Bucks take down. That's a bad joke. Sorry. The 2-0 Chisholm Longhorns, 6th ranked Chisholm Longhorns in 2A, will visit the number 2 ranked Class A Thomas Fay Custer Terriers, and this is an intriguing matchup tonight. Chisholm has to go to Thomas Fay. This could be an upset tonight.
I think so too. I actually look for Thomas Fay to win that one.
And Chisholm last week took down Fairview's 15-6. Wasn't really anything to write home about. It was kind of a boring game. And then of course Stroud Tigers here, number 8, number 12, depending on what poll, taking on your 2-0 14th and 19th ranked Perry Maroons. And Perry, of course, took down the Tigers and Crest 40-7 last week. We'll move to other area schools, and we'd love some scores throughout the game. If you want to text the scores into us, 405-204-4246. That's the number to text in your scores. We'll move to Class 6A2. The 1-1, number 9 ranked 6A2 Edmond North Huskies are going to go to Stillwater to take on number 7 Stillwater Pioneers. And Stillwater's off to a 2-0 start.
Yeah, looks like they might have a good redemption.
They got a good win last week against Mustang, 35-26, and Mustang is a good ball club.
They are very well coached.
In Class 5A, the number 6th ranked 2-0 Sand Spring Sandites, or the Charles Page Sandites, whatever you want to call them. They visit the Guthrie Blue Jays, and Guthrie's 2-0. I know this is a 6A school, but I think Guthrie handles Sand Spring.
I think so too.
Last week, Guthrie beat Ponca City only 24-6, partner.
Yeah, kind of a surprise, although, Guthrie's coming off losing Ralph Watkins. So.
We moved to 3A, Class the 0-2, number 16th ranked 4A Hara Tigers. The Hara Tigers, formerly of Coach Cameron Bennett, that's where he went to high school, took on the 2-0 Perkins Tryon Demons in Perkins, and Perkins got an impressive victory. McLeod got up 9-0, then Perkins scored 42 unanswered points to win, going away 42-9. In Class A, the 2-0 number 7th ranked Oklahoma Bible Trojans will take on the number 10 ranked 2-0 Morrison Wildcats. Morrison beat Tonkawa 20-18 last week in Tonkawa. In Class B, the Copan Hornets 0-2 will visit the 1-1 Covington Douglas Wildcats, and Covington took it by 2 points over Medford last week, 28-26. In Class B, the South Countyville Lions get down to Oklahoma from Kansas. They were 1-1. They're going to be taking on the Garber Wolverines over in Garber tonight. And Garber got drubbed last week by Oaks Mission 56-28, who is now in the top 10 in Class B because of that victory. So that's a look at the district corner, the district roundup, and all the area schools that are in action tonight. Once again, if you have any scores, just go ahead and text those in, 405-204-4246. And we're going to go ahead and take another timeout. We'll come back on the other side of the break. We'll have the starters and the opening kickoff. You're listening to Perry Moon Football on Triple Play Sports.
When you walk through a hospital's doors, you have high expectations.
At Stillwater Medical Center, our physicians, nurses, and staff understand.
And we're ready to accommodate you. Our team provides the personal care you expect from a hometown hospital.
And supports it with cutting-edge medical technology.
The patient experience perfected. Learn more about our mission at stillwatermedical.com.
He's a good athlete.
Very nice.
Integrity, respect, professionalism, and a genuine caring attitude is exactly what you can expect from us at Brown Duggar Funeral Home. We are committed to being available to you every step of the way. We know that losing a loved one is never easy, but it's our privilege, responsibility, and our calling to help ease this process as much as possible. We're avid supporters of the Perry Maroons and welcome you to come or stop by. We're located at 1010 North 7th or call us at 580-336-4444.
We're going to go ahead and
Brown Duggar Funeral Home. We are here for you.
Their thing. We'll do the national anthem, then we'll do starters, keys, and then we'll be into the broadcast.
Yeah, we like to BS.
Hey, welcome back to Douglas Field. Rock Cobra alongside Mike Shaw as we're back.
Sit down here.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
It's our first game on Penn Network, and we're on camera. Say hi to your mom. Oh, yeah. We'll say hi to our moms up here. So, Mom's looking down. Our mom's got a good seat tonight.
Both moms do, yeah.
They really do. So I'm
tell me to sit up straight.
I forgot that part. I'm sorry,
okay.
my bad. But we're going to have the national anthem here performed by the Perry Maroon Marching Band. We'll have the starters, and then we'll have our keys to the game tonight. But, 20-8 is what the Oklahoman has predicted Perry to get beat by tonight, and that was wrote on the board in the locker room by Coach Cameron Bennett. And this is a wrestling town currently. We know that, but let's just face it, partner. We've got a good football team here this year.
Very good football team this year. 20-8. Maybe Stroud scores 20, but I'm sorry, they're not holding us to 8 points. Right. I didn't see enough from their defense for them to convince me that they could hold us to 8 points.
Well, and the progression from week 1 to week 2, we've seen how much better they were last year. I mean, week 1, it was a train wreck.
Right.
With the rain, the storm, the lightning delay, the wet field, the wet ball, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Not saying it's excuses, and it's a rivalry game. Blackwell puts everything they have into that game. It was just a flat performance, and we just saw last week that where this team is going. And what's scary about this for the district foes coming up as we go to Talkwell next year, start district play, we're not even close to as good as we can get.
No, I agree. And from week 1 to week 2, what you want is you want to improve every week. And so far, we've done that. And if we prove again this week, we're going to run Stroud straight back to the buses. Get them warmed up now if we're going to improve this week.
Well, let's go. We have some stats of. We'll just go over some of the stats here that through week 2. This is what Perry is doing: rushing yards a game, or total rushing yards through 2 games, 559 yards as a team, passing yards 152, receiving yards same thing, total yards 863, total yards per game almost 280 yards, 279.5, but. A glaring stat here. We've had 6 fumbles. We've lost 5. That's got to clear up before we get next week.
That is, because Stroud's a team that they turned it over once last week, but that's it. They turned it over once in 2 games. If you turn it over more than twice on them, it's going to be a dogfight all the way. Ball control, ball security is important tonight.
I'll tell you what, partner. Let's go ahead and get starting lineups. Let's go ahead and do that since the band is waiting here. Why don't you go ahead and take the starting lineups for Stroud?
All right. On offense, we got quarterback number 3, Grant Powell. He's a junior. One of the running backs, number 20, Gage Wright. He's a junior. The other running back is number 44. He's a fullback H-back. Alex Boot. He's a senior. Wide receiver, Cody Page, a sophomore. Other wide receiver is Colton Peeler. He's a junior. At tight end, it says 55 here, but he's actually number 40, Skylar Johnson. He's a senior. Left tackle is Moses Williams. He is a sophomore. The left guard is Tiller Bucktrot. He's a junior. The center is one of the McCracken brothers, Wade. He is a senior. Right guard is Tristan Close, another senior. Right tackle, sophomore, Lane McCracken, the other McCracken brother. And on defense, like we've said, they go both ways a lot. On defensive end, Tiller Bucktrot again. Nose guards, Tristan Close. The other nose guard is Moses Williams. The end is Cody Morris.
Well, we're going to go ahead and pause right here. We're going to have the national anthem. We're going to keep it right here. We've got our breaks in, so we're going to give you some extended coverage, and we're going to have the Penn Network film the band, so we're going to have the Perry Maroon Band national anthem. And that was the national anthem performed by your Perry Maroon Marching Band. And we're going to go quickly through the rest of the lineup.
The other defensive end is a junior, Cody Morris, number 22. Number 20 linebacker is Gage Wright. Number 44 is Alex Boot. Number 55, linebacker Skylar Johnson. The other linebacker is number 51, Wade McCracken. In the defensive backfield, you got the junior Grant Powell at one corner, and sophomore Cody Page at the other, and junior Colton Peeler, is one of the other defensive backs, and you don't have him listed here, but number 4, Drew Anthony, is the other corner. Brock?
Okay, that's the starting lineups, and now the starting lineups for your Prairie Maroons. The quarterback, number 13, the sophomore Dawson Padilla. The tailback, number 7, the sophomore Colby Mendenhall. The fullback, number 42, the senior Garrett Byer. The receivers for the Maroons, number 1, the senior Braden Sweet. The other senior, number 20, Joe Rupp. The tight end, number 5, the sophomore Austin Reyes. Across the line, left tackle, the number 71 senior Matt Jones. The left guard, number 52, senior Dylan Buck. The center, number 70, the sophomore Parker Goschop. The right guard, number 73, the senior Barrett Swamp. And the right tackle, number 56, the senior Aaron Randall. So we move to the defensive side of the ball. Number 42, the defensive tackle, Garrett Byer. The nose guard, number 70, sophomore Parker Goschuk. The other defensive tackle, number 56, Andrew Randall. The linebackers, number 55, outside linebacker, returning back. Welcome back, Devin Blancett, the senior. The two inside linebackers, the number 52, senior Dylan Buck. Number 6, the senior Brian Hatfield. And then the other outside linebacker, number 5, the sophomore Austin Reyes. Quarterbacks for the Maroons, number 7, sophomore Colby Mendenhall, and number 15, the sophomore Drake Dell. The free safety, number 20, the senior Joe Rupp, and the free safety, the senior number 1, Braden Sweet. That's your starters for tonight's ball game. Let's go over the keys to victory tonight, Mike, and we'll start with you. What do you see the Maroons have to do to get win number 3 tonight?
They have to control the ball. You have to let's keep the ball away from Stroud, because Stroud likes to pound you, and they like to have ball control. And just to echo Coach, the big 3, blocking, tackling, and execution. I'm a big proponent of that as well. I know it sounds cliche, but it really does win you games. So those are my keys. Just keep and get Powell uncomfortable. If they try to run the ball, get him uncomfortable in the pocket, because he won't throw much from the pocket. He likes to throw on the run. So keep him in the pocket is another key if he's going to throw the ball.
Well, for me, it's just cliche. We got to limit the turnovers. We can't put the ball on the ground 3 times and lose 2 fumbles like we did last week against Stroud Tigers. They're a better ball club than Crescent, and much better than Blackwell as well. And also, take that 28 score that and use that as motivation.
Absolutely.
Nobody is respecting you yet. You've won 22-6 and you throttled a team that you were supposed to get beat by last week 40-7. Nobody's giving you respect. This is the time to do it. You get respect on the field on Friday nights.
Exactly.
And this will be a great motivation thing to go into the district play next week at Tonkwall. We've got a special presentation tonight as Andrew Randall, his brother Dustin Randall, is back from Afghanistan, and he has no idea that it's happening, and we're just now doing it right now as Andrew Randall is one of the captains. We're going to watch his reaction. He's number 56 on the field. He's the third over, and let's see if he realizes what happens. He's shaking hands, and he still hasn't. There he is, brother to brother. Big old hug to the brothers there, and boy, you got to love that, Mike.
That's
and welcome home to Dustin.
Yes.
Randall, we're happy you're back and safe and back on good soil, friendly soil. But
just a thank you to all the armed forces.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. So we've got about a minute 27 to go and get the PA announcer. Let's see if we can pick up a little bit that for you as the PA announcer, Travis Lowry, is giving you a little bit of feedback tonight on as we're going to take pictures, I think, with, I don't know if they're going to do both teams or not with the veteran.
I would. That'd be a cool thing to be a part of.
Dustin is going to do the coin toss. Perry deferred. They won the toss and they deferred. So Stroud is going to get the ball first, and we're going to see that multiple eye, that little bit of spread offense,
come out,
whatever you want to call it, offense first.
I like that. Come out and set the tone.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we did last week. Crescent last week, we won the toss and we deferred. Crescent got the ball, and we set the tone with our defense. What happened that first drive, and it was all downhill from there. So,
absolutely.
So Perry does win the toss. They defer.
Every time I win the toss in Madden, I defer. So I mean, that's just a sound strategy. Just a little fun there.
So let's go ahead and we're going to pan out to the new football helmet now that Perry has. They have an inflatable football helmet that they run out of for the tunnel. So we're going to go ahead and Yeah, we're going to go ahead and scoot into our broadcast position, and we're going to get ready for the game broadcast. And got a lot of our papers ready to go. And Tyson Davis is a hero today, and so is Sudden Link. And we got one of the best, I think, in the business, in the technical business, and the broadcast business, Tyson Davis. And Pitt Network and Kimball Communications partnering up this year, and it's going to be a fun year. We've got our officials, too. We'll go over those here in a minute. But Perry Maroon's getting ready to run out of the tunnel, and we're going to get this one started in about probably 30 seconds. And we've got the team now in the tunnel, I guess you could call it, in the helmet tunnel. And we got some smoke machines and everything that are going to be happening here in a minute. It's going to be pretty exciting. Class 2A football, you don't see those very often, Mike. And
no, I didn't have one, and I played 6A football.
That's true. Speaking of your 6A football team, go ahead and give a little, what's going on with Putnam North.
Okay, well, they're 3-0 now. I actually attended the game last night. They had a Thursday game. We always have one in September.
Very nice.
Our quarterback, Chase Sparks, making a little run at Bradford, and that one. Threw 405 yards and 5 touchdowns last night. He's big, about 6'2" lefty. He looked pretty good. So my team won 37-30 over Choctaw. So I was really proud of that.
Yeah, they're 3-0, and then you didn't know what they were really going to have this year.
I didn't. First-year coach Wilson being there almost 20 years, 25 years coaching total. I mean, that's a lot of continuity. But hey, they're coming out firing, 3-0. I like it.
And just about ready to get this one started as we're waiting for the Maroons to come out of the tunnel. And they're getting all hyped up in there. The face mask is getting ready to break through. And then you'll see the Perry Maroons for the first time here at Daniels Field, their home opener. 2-0 Perry Maroons. Here they come down the tunnel and out of the huddle and out of the helmet. Big crowd on hand, giving the guys a standing ovation. And, boy, I tell you, the field looks great. The fans look great. The helmet looks great. I'm ready for some football.
I am too, partner. There's nothing like being home either.
Don't have much of a crowd, which I'm very surprised about from Stroud.
Well, maybe they know something that we know too. Maybe they heard us on the way here and like, well, we don't need to go.
We're going to turn around. We might as well not go. So, but no offense. If you're listening from Stroud, we're happy that you're on the air and listening to our broadcast. We know it's going to be a heck of a ball game with your Stroud Tigers. But know this, you're in for a fight with our Perry Maroons too.
Yes, partner. That's right.
It's going to be a good ball game. So, band's getting out the field, and we're about set to get going here. And any final words you want to say?
Well, my coach, I'll paraphrase my old high school coach. Let's go kick their butt.
And Perry will be kicking off from the south end, so they will be going from the south to the north, and Stroud will be going from the north to the south to start the ball game. And there's not any wind. There's really nothing to contend with. So there's no wind factor here. It's just what direction the Maroons are going to be going, what direction the Tigers are going to be going. Tigers in their white uniforms with the blue helmets, white S on the helmet with the white stripe down the helmet. And Perry in their brand new spanking all maroon uniforms, maroon pants, maroon tops, maroon helmets with the gray P on the helmet, the gray flying P. And looking sharp in those Adidas uniforms. And getting ready to kick off for the Maroons is Garrett Byer. He'll be kicking from his own 40-yard line. Once again, kicking to the north, from south to north. Waiting for the call to come in. There's the whistle. There's the kick, and we're underway. It's a short kick. Going to be taken by the up man at the 20, across the 25, the 30, crosses the 30. Oh, he's got a little hole, 35. He's going to be dump trucked down about the 39-yard line, we're going to call it. So that was not a real good kick, and I don't know how long of a kickoff that was, but
about 50 yards.
And then a 20-yard return, so a 30-yard kickoff. As we get things underway here. And now bringing the troops to the huddle. Grant Powell for the Stroud Tigers underneath center. 2 receivers to the far side, one in the air. Give this to number 40. That's Boone. Gets across the 40. Gets stuck right there at the 40-yard line. They didn't give him any yards, and it's no yards in the first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Stroud. So there we go, partner. We needed to stand those big boys up in the first play. They did it.
They get
really
it done.
Good job.
Hatfield, Byer, and Buck all in on the tackle.
Brings up to 2nd and 9. They did give him a yard to the 40, which maybe just a half yard. It was almost at 39.5 to begin with. Powell brings him to the line, under center, two receiver set to the far side, one back set, gives to the back behind him. That is right, and he gets across the 40 and hit as he gets across the 42-yard line, maybe 43. We'll give him 3 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 yards for the Tigers. Good play by Brian Hatfield.
Yeah, absolutely. That's two tackles in a row there. He come out ready tonight.
There's a big 3rd down conversion for the Maroons to get off the field here. Let's see what they do, if they go back to your play-action pass like we've seen before, or if they stay on the ground and try to pound it down your throat. Powell will come to the center, under center. One receiver set to the far and the inner side. One back set, gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to the inside man. That's 22. And he strips as he gets across the 45. And that's all he's going to get as he gets to the 45. That's 2 yards. They need a 6, and it's 4th and 4 for the Stroud Tigers.
Another tackle, Brian Hatfield. 3 tackles on this drive. 3 plays, 3 tackles.
That carry was Cody Morris, the junior, 5'9", 195 running back, and Stroud doesn't have a punter. It's much like the Crescent. They pooch kick, so I would assume that they will pooch here.
Alex Boot does the punting just like Garrett Byer does the punting for us.
Boot back in punt formation. 4th and 4 for the Stroud Tigers. There's the snap. There's the punt. It's a high, kind of a short punt, hits about the 38 and bounces, or excuse me, the 28 and bounces back to the 30. Gets a Perry bounce, so Perry will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. And Dawson Padilla will bring the troops out for their first drive of the ballgame. Our official tonight, our head referee, is Jim Rose. Our umpires, Don Terrell, linesman Brady Dukes, line judge Steve Bowers, and the back judge Ricky Hammer. Those are your officials. Dawson Padilla brings him to the shotgun formation, pistol formation. Colby Mendenhall behind him. 2 receivers set to the far, 1 to the 2 to the near. Takes a snap, short pass intended for Braden Sweet across the middle on the slant route, and good defense right there by Peeler, I think, number 21 for Stroud.
Coming out passing tonight, Gardner. That's a bit different. I've expected a run in the first play.
And our PA announcer doesn't have the name right. It said Pyler, but it is Peeler. Padilla now in the pistol formation again. 2 receivers set to the near, to the far. Gets a snap, takes it. Colby Mendenhall, they thought Colby had the ball. They nailed Colby. And Dawson takes it on his own read and gets across the 30-yard line to about the 33-yard line. Actually, we'll give it to a 32 that picked up a 2 yards, so 3rd and 8 for Perry.
Well, that's another one thing Stroud does. They overrun a lot of plays, so Padilla could have some room tonight on that zone read.
They're keying on Colby Mendenhall, you can tell.
Absolutely.
3rd and 8 for the Maroons. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla. Same receiver set, gets a snap. Back to pass, throws a short pass. It's off the fingertips of Joe Rupp and incomplete. And that'll bring it 4th down for Perry, and they'll have to punt. A good pass, maybe a little high for Joe, but Joe's going to tell you he's going to catch. Has to catch that one.
Right. Yeah, Joe's a senior. He's a leader. He knows.
So Garrett Byer will be back to punt. He'll be standing at his own 20-yard line to receive the punt. 4th and 8 for the Maroons. Back to receive the punt will be Colton Peeler for the Stroud Tigers. There's a snap. Garrett gets a boot into it. A high kick. Being going to be fair caught by Peeler at the 35. You're listening to Prairie Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
Hey, Maroon fan, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst, and let your fear disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found needed by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go!
Welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Back to pass is Powell, and he throws into traffic into triple coverage. Devin Blancett, Joe Rupp, and Dylan Buck were all in coverage. Also Braden Sweet. Boy, what was he thinking there, partner? He was covered just tremendously there by the Maroons.
Yeah, I guess he panicked because there was three maroon shirts around the receiver there.
2nd down and 10 for Stroud at their own 35-yard line. No score between Stroud Tigers and Perry Maroons. 9:01 left to go in the first quarter. Glad to have you along. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw, the home opener for the Maroons. Both teams 2-0. Powell brings him to the center, under center. One back set, takes a snap, gives it to the inside man. That is Morris around the left side. He's got a corner, gets across the 45, maybe the 44. They did get him the 45. That is going to be a first down. He needed 10. He got 10. That's the first down of the ball game and the first for Stroud.
That was the same play they ran in the first drive that we snuffed out, but that apparently the formation fooled us, I guess, on that play. Got a lot of yards.
They gave him 11 yards on the play, even though the ball rested at the 45, so we'll give him officially 11 yards on the play. First and 10 for Stroud at the Perry 46-yard line, or their own 46-yard line, excuse me. Powell brings it to the set under center. Two receiver set to the near, two to the far, one back set, gets the snap, hands it off. That's Boot across the 45, gets tripped and falls forward to about the 49-yard line. We'll give him a pick up of 3 yards.
I think they're giving him midfield, partner.
They gave him midfield. That's a pick up of 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. They did give him midfield. Good call.
I actually lined up right on 50. You could see the line judge perfectly. I'll get one right every once in a while. You'll find, audience.
2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Powell brings him to the line under center, takes a snap, gives it to Boot again across midfield. 45, 40, he's on the run. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Dives for the end zone, gets tackled at the 2-yard line. But another first down and first and goal for Stroud as he got that left corner, partner.
Yeah, he just busted the running between the tackles again behind their big offensive line, and that's what they do.
First and goal from the 2-yard line, and I don't take a big run from the 46, or from midfield to the
48-yard run.
2-yard line, so a 48-yard run for the Tigers, and they first and goal from the 2-yard line. And now big stand for the Maroons here as Stroud trying to get first blood. Powell brings him to the line under center. Now we've got a power back set, 2 backs behind him, 1 back behind him. And boy, don't take a genius to see what they're going to do here.
Yeah.
There's a snap, almost dropped it, but gets it to Boot, stood up at the 1, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1. One part, he looked like he had a hole, and then he just got caved in right there.
Yeah, Dylan Buck came and clogged the hole very well.
But it was almost disaster for the Tigers as Grant Powell struggled with that snap, and that would have been great for Perry. 2nd and goal from the 1. Power back set again. 2 backs behind Powell, 1 back behind him. That's Boot. Under center is Powell. Takes the snap. Going to give it to Boot on the left side. He's stacked up in the backfield and driven back to about the 2-yard line. He might have lost 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from probably the 3-yard line, and Perry is getting a huge push. Who cares about those 330-pounders? Perry's winning the battle right now.
Spencer Hartwig flew through the line there, got right around the center and made a great play.
Didn't like what they saw. And we're going to go ahead and keep it. We're going to have to take a timeout, get our timeouts out of the way. You're listening to Perry Maroons Football on Children's Play Sports.
Well, I like that.
To win football games, it takes great coaching, hard work, and talent. To stay in business for 19 years, Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick of Perry has valued its customers, providing them with friendly, outstanding service and the best prices around. Our customers tell us we're a comfortable place to buy a car. If you haven't experienced the Vance Perry difference, come by for a visit. We'll be glad you did. Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick, family owned and operated for 19 years, where it's comfortable to buy a car.
I'm saying 3rd and goal from the 3. And welcome back to Danielsville. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. The Stroud Tigers facing a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line as the Perry Maroon defense has stiffened up as they got the ball 1st and goal at the 2, and 2 straight plays going nowhere on those last 2.
Nope, we've got great push by our boys in these last 2 plays.
3rd and goal from the 3 for the Tigers. Same set behind Powell. 2 backs behind him, 1 back behind him. That is Boot.
It's like Wright's in the back, deep back.
Wright is. He gets a snap to Wright on the left side. Wright's driving in, and he gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, a 3-yard touchdown on the left side. Gage Wright, Stroud strikes first. 6-0 Stroud on the 3-yard touchdown run. That's their first 3rd down of the conversion of the game. They're 1 of 2. So back to do the place kicking for the Stroud Tigers is number 17. That's Jackson Holman for the point after attempt. Let's see if he can get this through. And Stroud leads at 6-0 early here. That back ball down, kick is on the way. It's high and long, and it is good. And Stroud leads at 7-0 on the Perry Maroons. But a lot of game left here. 6:58 to go in the first quarter, partner. And that drive was, it started at, where did that start at?
35.
35. So that was a 65-yard drive. 65-yard drive. How many plays?
Took them 8 plays.
8 plays, 65-yard drive.
7 plays, sorry.
7 plays, 65-yard drive, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by Gage Wright.
Yeah, that last play, Randall, he penetrated the line. He was in there. He just couldn't quite make the tackle, and that'll be key tonight, just not missing any tackles.
And that's what's going to happen. These backs, they won't go down.
No, they
won't.
They're very tough.
They're, and they've done so far a good job, with the exception of that one play, partner. And that's something.
I think we're out of position on that
Perry
play.
will adjust to that.
I think so, too.
Throughout the game and at halftime.
Yeah.
No need to be, pining over that.
No, I agree. That give Stroud a little credit on that play, but our guys, I think we're out of position on that play, and we'll shore that up, I believe.
So Stroud's going to kick off, and the kickoff duty is, I believe, Alex Boot. And he is a pretty good kickoff man. He usually kicks it deep and probably around the 10 or 15-yard line. So they definitely have a good kickoff kicker. Back to receive Colby Mendenhall, deep right in the center. And then on the right side, Braden Sweet. The left side, that's going to be Brian Hatfield. Boot back to kick from his own 40. Gets a boot into it. No pun intended. Brian Hatfield's going to take it about the 15, crosses the 20, 25, and he's going to keep moving forward. He gets to about the 29-yard line, so we're going to set up shop first and 10 from the Maroon 29-yard line. And that was a 14-yard return from the 15 for Brian Hatfield. Actually, they said 28-yard line. So they give it a 13-yard return to the 28 from the 15 to the 28. So first and 10 for Dawson Padilla and the Maroons at the 28-yard line. They'll bring him out. Pistol formation again. One receiver to the right. That is Drake Dell. One receiver to the near side here is Braden Sweet. Austin Ray is in the backfield too. Gets snapped. Hands off to Colby Mendenhall around the right side. Gets stood up at the 30. Got to the 30. Got 1 yard, so it brings up 2nd and 9 for Perry.
Offensive line not getting any push off on that time. Then clogged the hole there.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some push to give Colby some room here. 2nd and 9 for Perry. Padilla now will be under center. Garrett Byer just to his right. Back behind him is Colby Mendenhall. 2 receiver set under center. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Colby Mendenhall right up the gut and hit at the 30-yard line. Driven back and no gain there. So it's 3rd and 9. And Stroud is definitely stiffening to the test right now for the Maroons.
Yeah, absolutely, partner. We're just not getting, I'll just say it again, we're not getting any push right now. That's got to change.
We haven't tried a corner yet, a corner route for Colby. But I don't know if we're going to do that on 3rd and 9.
They're keying a lot on our run. I'd like to see a play action here.
Dawson Padilla in the pistol formation. Mendenhall behind him. 2 receivers set, one to the near, one to the far. Barking the call out, gets the snap. Short pass is batted down by one of those big men and incomplete. And it's going to be 4th and 9 for Perry.
That was 6'5" buck trot. Best way to get, he had his hands up. Sometimes it's tough. Best way to do that, you got to cut him at the line and get him on the ground.
And that's what I was kind of afraid of this week, too, with 6'5" and 6'7". Dawson's only 6 foot.
Right, and that's that's something you don't see, that kind of height at this level.
So 4th and 9 for Garrett. Deep to kick it. Stands about his 18-yard line. Gets a snap. Puts a boot into it. A good high kick. Peeler back to field it at the 30. A good tackle there by Brian Hatfield. Excuse me, Braden Sweet at the 30. Knows where to go. And it was a big punt from the 18 to the 30. So that is a 32. That is a 52-yard punt. Is that correct?
38. To the 30. 20, 18, 38-yard punt. But that's 28 yards, so you're right.
It's 52-yard punt.
I was not good at math, folks.
I
was not good at math.
I wasn't either, but give me credit here.
Apologies to my partner on that one.
From the Stroud 30. Grant Powell now in the shotgun formation. Got 3 receivers set to the far side, 1 back set. That looks like that's right. Barking the signal, gets the call. Now a little option play. He's going to pitch it to right. He's going to be hitting the backfield. He's going to be losing about 3 yards.
Sweet.
Back to the 27-yard line. Braden Sweet and Austin Reyes are on the tackle. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 for Stroud. Good pursuit there, and they strung that play out, Mike.
Absolutely, and that's what you're taught to do. Run across the imaginary line, and you string that play out and get them in the backfield.
2nd down and 13 for the Stroud Tigers. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Stroud on top. Kyle brings it to the line again. 2 receivers set to the far, 2 to the near. 1 back set. He's under center. Takes a snap. And back to pass. Still looking. Got a flag on the play. The pass is complete. But that's in the air of holding, partner. And that's going to move Stroud back a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was going to be a hold on the left tackle.
It's at the spot of the foul. It's going to be at the 27. And indeed in the holding call. That's going to be back probably to the 17-yard line. That's going to be a loss. Another 10-yard loss, so it's going to be 2nd and 23. They'll replay the down. And if you're Perry, you're liking this a little bit better.
Yeah, move them back. That's the key. If Stroud can cause their own errors, that'll be a great key tonight too. So Stroud very rarely does that. Sorry, partner.
Back to the 17-yard line. You're good, I think. I think they're 17. Yeah, they got a 17-yard line. So 2nd and 23 for the Tigers. Howell back in shotgun formation again. 2 receivers set to the far, 2 to the near. 1 back set, flanking Powell. Gets a snap, looking to pass. He's going to do a little shuffle pass inside, and he's across the 30, and he's still on his feet. Across the 30, crosses the 34-yard line, 33-yard line, we'll call it. Got about 10 of it back. Actually, more than 10. And I don't know who the carrier was. Was that?
That was Peeler.
That was Peeler. Inside shuffle pass. Gets it from the 17 all the way up to the 32-yard line. That's a huge gain. That's a 15-yard gain. So 3rd and 8, a manageable play now for the Tigers.
That's something I didn't see him do on film.
I didn't see that either. And Perry almost jumped, but they got back. Thank God.
Powell has a good hard count, I noticed. He got him last week, too.
Powell under center now. Gets a snap, gives it to Boot. Boot's hitting the backfield. He's going to go nowhere. It's going to be 4th down for Stroud.
Andrew Randall on that play.
Andrew Randall.
And Austin Reyes.
Austin Reyes on the play. 1 of 3 on 3rd down are the Tigers. That's going to bring up 4th and 8 with no gain there. So Perry's going to get the ball back. 3:56 to go, first quarter. Stroud leads it 7-0. They gave him a yard, but I'm not giving him anything.
No, I didn't think they got a yard on that one, partner.
So we're going to call it 4th and 8 because he got stood up in the backfield. I didn't see his legs go a little bit more just to get a yard there. Back to punt is Alex Boot. Gets the snap, punts it. Braden Sweet's going to get it. He's going to call a fair catch when he could have made a return. He calls the fair catch at the 36-yard line. I don't know. He did get his bell rung a little bit in that first pass, so maybe he was just a little guarded there.
Could be. It's always better safe than sorry. You call a fair catch and you catch it, you're not going to fumble.
That's true.
I know that sounds cliche, but.
So that's 2 punts for Stroud. I need to keep track of that. Just going to keep track for our stats. Okay. Perry now has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. They still have not got across the 50. Padilla brings him in his pistol formation. 2 receivers set, both to the near and the far. Gets the snap, throws it short down the stop route. That's to Joe Rupp. Gets it across the 40-yard line, falls forward to the 42. A nice little play there. Yep. When he gets about 7 yards, that'll bring up a 2nd and 3.
Absolutely. It's getting Padilla confidence. Missed his first 3 passes, sorry, partner, and that one should get him going.
That is exactly what he needs to do.
Give him 6 on that?
They gave him 6 on it. Got to the 41, so gain of 6. 2nd and 4 for the Maroons. Padilla in the shotgun formation again, gets the snap. He's going to give it to Colby Mendenhall around the left side, and he's going to get stacked up after getting maybe 2 yards in the play, so we'll call it a 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Maroons, a 3rd and a long 2. Up to the 44-yard line. Yeah, that's where they marked it. So Perry going to have to get a 1st down. They got to get a drive going here. 2:59 to go first quarter. Stroud leads 7-0. Pistol formation once again. Dawson Padilla in shotgun formation. Receiver coming in motion. That's Joe Rupp. Gets a snap. Passes short to Joe Rupp, and it's just out of his reach. And it was there, partner.
Yeah, they would have had that.
There. He would have had the first down, and it's going to be 4th and 2 for Perry.
It's a little wrinkle Coach Bennett's installing. A fake to the up back, or to the jet sweep, and then throw to the jet sweep.
And Garrett Byer's going to have to come out and punt. You just don't risk it here, even though it's 4th and 2. A lot of games still to go here.
Exactly.
Garrett Byer's going to have to punt.
I agree,
Garrett Byer in punt formation for Perry.
He'll be standing at his own 30-yard line.
Number 21, Colton Tyler.
Back to receive the punt. He gets the punt. Perfect snap. Gets a kick into it. Good kick. Going to be taken by Peeler right at the 25-yard line. That's where Stroud's going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
32-yarder.
32-yard punt for Garrett Byer.
24 actually, partner, so I'll give him a 34-yarder.
34. And we're caught up on our break, so I'm going to leave it here. We'll have to have another line for Garrett's punts tonight. I didn't want to do that. So Stroud will have it 1st and 10 from their own 24, actually, to start their, what is this, their 4th drive?
Yep.
Perry just hasn't been able to get anything going tonight. But I have to believe the coaches are going to make adjustments here after this first quarter. 2:40 to go. Powell under center. 3 receivers to the far, 1 in the near, 1 back set. Gets the snap. Play action pass right here, looking to pass. Passes down to center field. It's caught. 45, midfield, 45, 40, and he's gone. 35, 30. Oh, nice
Braden
tackle.
Sweet.
That's Peeler. Braden Sweet made the tackle. I thought Peeler was going to be gone. And Braden Sweet saves the day and saves the touchdown.
It was Gage Wright actually on the seam up the middle there, partner. That was a play-action seam, play they ran a lot last week into success, and they got success on it tonight again. One of the things I mentioned, the play-action that they'll run every once in a while was surprising. You got to be home.
That was number 21. That's Colton Peeler.
Looked like Wright to me down the middle.
That was Peeler.
I should have used my binoculars. I've got them on my neck.
1st and 10 from the Perry 26-yard line. For the Tigers, Powell gets the snap, back to pass again, and they've come out passing. He's got a wide open receiver, and boy, partner, I think Perry thought they were going to run, and I think Stroud thought Perry thought they were going to run, and what have they done? They've thrown some wrinkles in tonight.
Well,
and that one was wide open.
Yeah, last week they didn't throw much. The week prior, they threw a lot more play action, and they're going back to that tonight, and it's working. Almost caught us.
was beat badly.
Yeah, almost caught us napping.
But thank God Grant Powell's pass was too long, and that was an easy score for the Tigers. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Stroud now at the Perry 26-yard line. Coming out of the ball game is Luke Walmer. Powell under center, 2 receiver set, both sides to the near and the far, 1 back set. Gets the snap, going to hand off to Alex Boot. Gets across the 20, still driving, taking Perry tacklers with him to about the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 9 yards, going to bring up at the 3rd and 1, and he just bulldozed his way, partner.
Yeah, that's his MO. Just run right at you, and he'd rather hit you than go around you.
Actually, they gave him 6 yards on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 for Stroud from the Perry 22-yard line.
7-yard gain on play. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for the visitors.
Well, we'll call it 3rd and 3 now. Short 3. Powell under center now, once again, 2 receiver set to the far side, the near side, 1 back set, that's Boot. He drops the ball, fumbles the ball. It's recovered by Stroud, or is it recovered by Perry? It is! Perry Maroon ball!
Good job, guys.
And who got on top of it? Was it Hatfield?
Yep,
it
Hatfield.
was Brian Hatfield that fell on top of the ball, and there's momentum right there. Old Mo back on Perry. You need to go capitalize on that, partner, with a minute 21 to go in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
Maroons take over 1st down and 10 from their own 17-yard
1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Perry will start once again, and let's see what happens on this drive.
That's not us saying that. That's upstairs.
That's
we got it right.
Yeah, we got it right.
If you want to, we can't communicate with
Perry
them from down here.
Back to get the snap is Colby Mendenhall gets the snap up the center, and might have got across the 20, maybe give him 3 yards here. 2nd and 7.
Started on the 17, partner?
Yeah, sorry about that. folks. We're trying to deal with people think we're the main box, but we're not. Gave him 2 yards, 2nd and 8 from the 19-yard line. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla. 2 receiver set, 1 to 2 to the far. Short pass to Oscar Reyes. He catches it, bobbles it across the 25, 30, down the sideline, across the 35, and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's a first down from the 19 to the 45 as he tiptoed down the sideline. That's a 26-yard gain and a first down. That's more like it right there. The first down for the Maroons. From the 19 to the 44. Did I get it right?
25 yards.
25 yards. So 1st and 10 for Perry from the 44-yard line. Padilla in the pistol formation again. Gets a snap. Short pass again to Joe Rupp. Makes one miss. 45-50. 45-40. He's off the races. 45-30. 25-20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Perry! From the 44-yard line, that's a 56-yard touchdown pass from Dawson Padilla to Joe Rupp, and it's a ball game now, 7-6. Stroud leads it by 1 with Perry to attempt the extra point. There we go, partner.
Well, we knew they were going to win 7-0, partner. Our boys relaxed after those first drives, and after they got that turnover, and they're ready to go now. We're ready to. This is what I'm looking like.
I missed Stroud's scoring drive. Did you get it?
Who?
Did you get Stroud's scoring drive, the minutes and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, I totally missed mine.
On the last Stroud drive, I screwed up and wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Perry to attempt a 2-point conversion. Padilla under center is going to give it to Kobe Mendenhall around the right side, trying to get in. Still driving, and I don't think he got it. It's no good, 7-6. And just didn't get a push on that right side, but we got a ball game. Perry in at 7-6 now. Stroud leads by 1 with 36 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. As, boy, now the momentum starts for the Maroons. If they started that drive at their own 17-yard line, that is a 83-yard touchdown drive. 3 plays, covers 83 yards, capped off by a 56-yard touchdown pass from Dawson Padilla to Joe Rupp. Point after attempt, 2-point was no good, but I think Perry's found something. Stroud doesn't know how to defend those passes.
No, they haven't. The 2 weeks prior, they haven't seen a team that can throw the ball as well as we can. And after those first 3 completions by Padilla, he really got, well, there's 2 passes complete on this drive, yes, but Reyes made a great catch on the little bubble or arrow, whatever you want to call it. He made a nice run after the catch, and then the Rupp throw was right on the money, and Rupp did the rest after that.
Oh yeah, Joe's not known for his speed or anything.
No,
but he made some guys miss, partner. He had some jukes.
He did. I was impressed. That's another weapon. That's all that signifies.
And he's a senior, so
yeah, he's a cousin.
He's been here for a little bit, and Stroud is up by a point now. But Perry's got old Mo on their sideline as Garrett Byers going to kick off. Got 36 seconds to go in the first period. And it's 7-6. Stroud leads it by 1. And we thought we'd have a good ball game, partner, and so far it's been a pretty good one.
Yes, sir. That's
both teams have had one explosive play.
Yep. And we're winning the turnover battle at the moment, and that was a key in our by Brock in our earlier broadcast. Earlier part of the broadcast.
Garrett Byers now kicks it off. It's a short kick, going to be taken by the up man at the 30, and he's going to kneel it at the 35-yard line. Didn't want anything. Peeler did not want any part of that when he got a 5-yard return.
He saw Hartwig bearing down on him, and he's like, I don't want any Spencer.
That was another kickoff. That was from the 40, and it's 42 to 30, so 20 and 20.
50 yards on the kick. 5-yard return.
Yep. So we'll give a 45-yard kickoff. And Stroud will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Powell will bring the troops to the line of scrimmage again for the Tigers. He's under center, 3 receiver set to the far side, 1 back set. That's Boot. Gets a snap, gives it to Boot across the left side on the sweep, and he gets it across the 40-yard line, and he's tackled right there at the 40. Gets 5 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 5, but better defense on that same play that he broke before by the Maroons.
Yeah, and that was Gage Wright on the carry partner.
Oh, it's Gage Wright. Man, they look the same. They got the same build, right?
They do.
And boots.
What'll tip you off for your partners, what I've learned, the numbers are different. I'm just messing with you.
And that is the last play of the first quarter, and it's 7-6 as we go to the second quarter. Stroud's leads your Perry Maroons. You're listening to Perry Maroons Football on Triple Play Sports.
Does hearing those killer football hits make you hurt?
At Ortho, Oklahoma, you don't have to be a college athlete to be treated like a star, and you don't have to go to a metropolitan area to access quality treatment. Enjoy big-time care from bone and joint specialists with hometown friendliness and ease. Experience state-of-the-art equipment like our latest open-sided MRI, world-class treatments, and on-site physical therapy. Visit us at orthook.com. At Ortho, Oklahoma, we are keeping you together. Follow up with your team and favorite players in the Perry Daily Journal.
How's it sounding, Tyson?
News for 120 years. The PDJ is across the border of Perry Maroon After. From headlines to hot
it's a work in progress.
For more than a century.
You said I'm terrible? No, that's understandable.
To keep current on all of Noble County news, visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook.
And welcome back to Daniels Field. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw as we go to the second quarter. 7-6, Stroud leads the Perry Maroons. And I want to let you know this game is sponsored in part by Devon Energy, who take pride in supporting local communities and events where they operate. Visit devonenergy.com today to learn more about how they're producing energy in a responsible manner. Devon Energy commitment runs deep, and commitment runs deep for the Maroons as they finally made some adjustments with that one play that Stroud has had. But other than that, defense has been really well.
Well, they got that play action 52-yarder and then that one run by Boot. But yeah.
Now to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 5 for Stroud as we start the second quarter. Powell under center. Looks like that's right behind him. He gets the carry across the 45-50. Makes another man miss. 45-40 is going to be dump trucked out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. And that's a big pickup for Wright. And that's Morris. Cody Morris from the 44 to the 34. How many yards is that? That's
10. Aren't they on the 40? Yeah, they're on the 40. 10.
Yeah, you're right.
26 yards.
26-yard play by Cody Morris, another running back for Stroud Tigers. And they have it set up shop 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, so it was a 25-yard run.
Okay. They have a three-headed monster they like to use.
Powell under center takes a snap. He's going to give it to,
it's like Harris again.
Morris again. And he doesn't go anywhere. He gets stopped at, we'll call it the 34-yard, it's going to be 32-yard line.
Hartwig and Reyes.
2 yards to 31, so 2nd and 8 for Stroud.
No problem.
Second and 8 for Stroud upcoming. Powell under center. One receiver set to the near, one at the far, one back set. That is Wright. He's going to give the inside handoff to Boot. He gets tripped up as he crosses the 30, falls forward to maybe the 28-yard line. We'll give him another 2-yard pickup. It's going to bring up a crucial 3rd and 6 for Stroud. Good play there as he had a hole there and he got tripped up.
Hatfield and Sweet converged quickly on that.
They gave him the 27, so it's going to be a 3rd and a long 4 as I'm looking over there at the sticks. It's almost 5. We'll call 3rd and 4.5 upcoming for the Tigers. Kyle under center again, one back set. That's Boot. I can tell that number. No, that's not. And it's given to Morris around the right side. And good play, staying at home. Braden Sweet on the right side as he was waiting there for Morris, and he might have got a yard, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for Stroud.
Great sellout to stop the run by Sweet. He's very, very adept at that.
And it's going to be a 4th and a short 3. Stroud's going to go for it. You know, this is territory that you don't really kick field goals in 2A, and you go for it right here. So 4th and 3 upcoming for the Tigers. They got 3 receivers to the far side, one to the near, one back set.
Right in the backfield.
Powell under center is going to play action pass, looking down the field. There's a flag. That's going to be a holding. It's going to be declined. I guarantee it. It's going to be 1st down for Perry as he had a man streaking down the center of the field. But let's see what the flag is. And that's in the general. That's in holding. That's going to be declined. Perry's going to have the ball. 1st and 10 for Perry at the 26-yard line, partner.
Yep, they can't do that. Simple as that.
So 1st and 10 for Perry. They're going to decline the penalty, and They get the ball the first time in the second quarter as they will take possession at the 26-yard line, their own 26-yard line, and an attempt to go down and get on top of this game for the first time.
That was a much better drive by the defensive line on that, too. On the inside runs were long.
In the pistol formation again, 2 receivers set, both to the near and the far. One back set, that's Mendenhall. Gets the snap, gives it to Mendenhall up the gut, and he's hit in the backfield and driven back. And, boy, Perry's just not getting any blocking whatsoever right now on the offensive line.
No, that buck trot is really causing havoc for him tonight. They're gonna have to get him off his feet. That would be my advice.
A short loss on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 11 for the Maroons. 9:23 to go in the second quarter. Stroud leads at 7-6.
You're going to have to get him on the ground or just flat run away from him.
Padilla in the pistol formation. Again, same formation. Gets a snap. Throws it short. It's complete. And that's to Drake Dale. He gets it across the 34-yard line. That's about a yard short of the first down to bring up a 3rd and 1 upcoming, as I think he got 9 or 10 on that.
Well, heck, partner, let's just keep throwing the ball.
Let's see if they gave him 9 or 10. They gave him, I think they gave him 8. No, they gave him 9. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Maroons. Padilla in the pistol formation yet again gets a snap. Going to hand it off to Mendenhall, and he gets nowhere. And he stopped the line of scrimmage, and that's where he's going to be stopped. It's going to be 4th and 2 for the Maroons.
The offensive line is really having trouble with Stroud's girth tonight, Coach. Partner.
Coaches, hey, the players called me that too, and even Coach Cameron called me coach the other day when I was in his locker room. I was like, I'm not a coach. He goes, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I don't care. You can call me coach.
Why not?
Back to punt is Garrett Byer. Gets a snap, gets a punt into it against the wind a little bit. It's a short punt. It's going to hit at the 40. Now he gets a Perry roll. It's going to roll to about the 31-yard line. That's where it's going to lay. 1st and 10 for Stroud at the 31. We'll take a break. You're listening to Perry Maroons Football on Play Sports.
Dead at the Stroud's 31-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Kevin, you've got to get on that break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. I've been asked to wish a happy 18th birthday.
You deserve quality health care.
But at Stillwater Medical Center, we believe you also deserve an unmatched patient experience that's close to home.
That's why our physicians, nurses, and staff are committed to providing compassionate, quality care.
Right here in Stillwater.
We're here to prove that the best patient experience is moments, not miles away.
Learn more about our commitment to excellence at stillwatermedical.com.
And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Hill alongside Mike Shaw and Stroud. Grant Powell keeps it on his own. He calls his own number, and he might have got a half yard up to maybe the 32-yard line as Stroud starts their drive from their own 31. Let's see if they gave him anything. They gave him 1 yard. Looked like he was stopped in the backfield. That play was kind of dead when it started. Looked like it was a broken play to me.
I agree, partner.
So 2nd and 9 upcoming for Stroud. 7:52 and counting in the second quarter. Stroud leads this one 7-6 over your Perry Maroons. Both teams 2-0. Both teams are ranked. Powell brings it to the line of scrimmage. A bunch formation, 3 receivers to the far side. Powell back to pass, play action pass. He's going to pass long, and it's tipped and almost complete. Right there playing center field was Joe Rupp once again, but he almost tipped it to another Stroud receiver, and it falls helplessly to the ground. Thank God for Perry, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for Stroud, partner.
Yeah, that would have been disastrous, partner. You had the play made, and then they would have gotten that lucky break there.
3rd and 9 for Stroud. See what they dial up here. If they continue to run it, or
they're going off the script for us here, partner. They've thrown the ball about 10 times.
And Powell doesn't look bad doing it either. I mean, he's got receivers open. He's just a little bit long on some of them. He's got 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far, 1 back set. He's in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to do the shuffle pass again, and it's defended a lot better by Perry. Hatfield right there staying home in his backer position. Fills the gap nicely on Boot, and it's going to be 4th down and about 7 for the Stroud Tigers. Wow, good play by Hatfield there.
Hatfield has been a monster tonight. How many yards they give him?
They gave him 2 yards. It's 4th and 7 for the Tigers. And that play, I saw the shuffle pass. I'm like, oh, gosh, it's open. But, man, Hatfield just stayed home and closed in a hurry. It's a great play by Brian Hatfield, the senior.
Number 44, Alex Booth.
Back to the punt is Alex Booth in that two formation. Gets the snap, punts it, and Braden Sweet's going to get it at his 25. He's got to return 30, 35, and 40. Makes a man miss. 45. He gets across the 45. A duck truck down at midfield, and Perry's going to have great field possession at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
25-yard return.
25 yards on the return for Braden Sweet. And, boy, he's shifty. We finally saw how shifty Braden can be in open field. And the punt, he out-punted his coverage to begin with, by the way, too. So Braden had a really big return. So 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Dawson Padilla in the pistol formation. 2 receivers the far, 2 to the near, 1 back set for the Maroons. Waiting for the snap. Gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Colby Minden. No, he's going to call his own number around the left side. He's going to stumble across the midfield, fall forward to about the 49. So we'll pick up on 1. So a 2nd and 9 upcoming for Perry. And that time, partner, if he hands to Colby, Colby's still running.
Yeah.
That was open right there.
He was.
And Coach Bennett knows it. Look at his body language right over here to the left of our booth. He saw that. That was why Colby might have scored there.
Yeah. And once he gets an open field,
2nd and 9 for the Maroons. The pistol formation once again. D gets a snap back to pass. He's going to pass for the fade route. That's Drake Dale down the far sideline. It's incomplete. He had double coverage, though, nicely there by the Stroud Tigers. Looked like that was number 2, and I didn't see who else.
Cody Page is number 2.
Cody Page, and I didn't see the other number. Was
probably Powell. He's the safety.
That's Powell. It's Page and Powell. There's a double P on the Perry Maroon player. So it brings up 3rd and 9 for Perry. Boy, you don't want to squander this field position, partner.
No, you don't. You want to get something here, get a couple-minute drive and get a score, run the clock down, keep control of the ball.
6:03 left to go in the second quarter. Happy to have you along with whether you're listening to the radio, the internet, your phone, or PIN Network. Happy to bring this to you now. Dawson Padilla back to pass. He's going to pass short, and it's caught by Joe Rupp, and he had to come back a little bit.
Might give him where he caught the
ball. No, they're going to mark him. They're going to mark him at the 43-yard line. He's going to be short by about, 4 yards.
Yeah,
they give him a pickup of 5, so it's going to be 4th and.
It's a bad angle here. I thought he got closer to the first down marker than that.
The Perry's 0 of 5 on 3rd down so far tonight.
We're not getting in very many 3rd and short situations,
Coach Cameron wants to do. I think he's going to punt the ball. I think he's going to play field position here.
That's probably a good idea.
5:57 to go, second period. Stroud still leads it 7-6.
Why is the clock stopped?
That's a good
He must have stepped out of bounds.
He must have, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 4 for Perry. Byers going to be in punt formation. They'll be punting to Colton Peeler. Maybe we can pin him deep. Gets a snap. He tried to fake the punt. Good punt, though. Going to hit at the 15-yard line. It's going to stop right there at the 15. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football, Triple Play Sports.
15-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
All right, Kevin. And we'll keep it right here, I guess.
Your bank sends you a text when you have a low balance. SB&T does. You can receive a first alert text message on your cell phone, keeping you informed about your account activity, no matter where you are. As always, you are in control. Choose only the alerts you want to receive. When you need us, we're there.
Hey, you're a punt, by the way.
Hey, sorry, man. Every time I click on the hot button, it waits. They delay 7 or seconds or something, and then it starts playing.
Okay.
But we're good.
We're back live now.
Okay.
Perry, Oklahoma, Daniels Field. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Handoff given to the up back. That looks like Cody Morris, and he gets across to the 20 across the 24-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 upcoming for Stroud.
That was a run, right?
That was a run, correct. Started the drive at the 15. So they gave him 9 yards. Actually, if they started the 15, so that's a 9-yard pickup to the 23. So 2nd and 2, but
I think they started at the 15.
It was at 15,
gave him 8.
but they gave him 9 yards. But we're going to call 8 yards.
Yeah.
8 yards. 2nd and 2 for Stroud. 1 back set, 2 receiver set to the far to the near, and give to the handoff. That is He's still on his feet. That's Cody Morris. He's still driving across the 35. Perry cannot get him down until about the 37-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup, and that's just poor tackling, partner.
That poor tackling, my man. The ref's got a call for forward progress. Now, he was stopped at about the 32-yard line. They gave him 4 extra yards that he didn't need to get.
Well, they're giving the ball a lot to Morris tonight.
I know,
James Wright's not getting the ball as much
thing
as
I see on
Bill. So I'm wondering if he's hurt. Because Morris is still out there right now, but I guess if you...
Hot hand.
Yeah, a hot hand, and he drugged 5 Perry tacklers with him. So 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for Stroud. Powell's going to take it back to pass, play action. He's under duress, almost going to get sacked. Now he does get sacked.
Great.
Back at the 33-yard line. That's a 3-yard loss, and it's going to be 2nd and 13. In on the sack was Austin Reyes, and we'll probably put Garrett Byer in there, and there's somebody else in there, partner. There's 3 guys.
I'm going to give it to Reyes because he got the initial takedown, and the other guys, not that they didn't do a good play.
Yeah, we'll give the sack to Austin Reyes. As good pursuit as they flushed him out of the pocket. Then Powell stepped up in the pocket like he does on film that we've seen, and then just the quickness, he couldn't get away from Reyes.
Absolutely.
Bunch formation to the far side, 3-receiver set. And now we're going to have a timeout by Stroud, and that's going to be their second. They have 1 left. We'll keep it right here, but partner, 3:56 to go in the second quarter. It's 7-6. 1 explosive play by Stroud, 1 explosive play by Perry. 2 defensive breakdowns on both of those plays, and it's a ball game. 7-6. Perry couldn't convert on the 2-point conversion, but we thought this was going to be an even game. A lot of people didn't give Perry a chance, but so far we've seen Perry the last 2 weeks. We knew that we had a chance, and we probably knew that we could win this game. I still think we will. But this is a good football game so far.
If you like the defensive battles, this is exactly what you want. Both teams coming out hitting. Sorry about that. My microphone was a little low. But this is what you want. Defensive battle. I mean, if you like defensive battles, this is absolutely what you want. Looks like they're saluting some more veterans in the audience tonight.
They've got a boxed area where the veterans can sit tonight.
Very cool.
And I also wanted to go ahead and pay tribute to one of the Perry Maroons that we lost this week. Actually, last weekend. Shane Green, the cowboy that lost his life right across the way at the rodeo.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he's a bull rider, and the bull, when he got bucked off the bull after his ride, he got struck in the neck.
Oh, man.
And he died at the scene. So wish all his family and friends were praying for you, and we're thinking of you. Now back to the action. Give to Boots, and he gets across the left side, and he's going to be tackled about the 35-yard line. That's going to bring a pickup of, we're giving 36, 2 yards on the play. So 3rd and 10 upcoming, and I wanted to, just tell the family and the friends that we're thinking about you for Shane Green. We always hate to lose a Maroon, and we don't want to lose a Cowboy either.
Absolutely
not. Right on in the sky, my friend.
I hear you. Absolutely.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for Stroud now at the 36-yard line. Powell back to pass now. Play action again. Has time. He passes, and it's just over the head of number 20. That is right. He was open, and that's going to bring 4th and 10 for Stroud. And Perry's going to have to do some adjusting in the pass coverage because they've got receivers open. Powell's just not accurate.
Yeah. I didn't see. Was that another play action pass?
That was a play action pass.
That's the boys are, they're selling out for the run. They got to stay at home better.
Stroud is 1 of 7 on 3rd down so far tonight. They have 5 first downs compared to Perry's 1 first down. You believe that? And 0 of 5 on 3rd down. So Perry, that 1 first down was on that play that we scored. So back to punt now is Alex Boot for the Stroud Tigers. So it's just behind the 30-yard line. Gets snapped, gets a boot into it. A high, short punt. Going to be getting a Stroud bounce. Bounces back now for a Perry bounce. It's going to be taken
25.
at...
It's like the 25.
That is the 20. It doesn't look like it's the 25 from where he's standing, so it is going to be the 25-yard line.
Yeah,
1st and 10 for the Maroons as they'll take over possession with 3:05 to go before halftime. Let's see if Perry can get some points on the board because remember, Perry's going to get the ball the first time in the 3rd quarter because they defer.
Exactly. A drive like this is precisely why I love to defer. If you can run a 3-minute drive here and get a score, Bob's your uncle. You're looking great.
That's great. Dawson brings the troops to the line of scrimmage in the pistol formation once again. 4 receivers. He gets a snap. Passes short. That's to Brent Sweet. Caught at the 30-yard line. Punched out of bounds as he gets across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. Actually, we'll give him a 32-yard line. Pick up a 7, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. And Stroud has no answer for those little ship passes, partner.
No, they're not closing in on the passes at all.
And that's what we said. If Perry can get that short passing game, there's not in 2A football, there's not a team that can really defend it.
Absolutely.
Padilla back to pass, short pass again to Reyes, and he's going to be tackled. He's going to lose yards back to the 30-yard line on the short go route, or the stop route, so he'll lose 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
It's a nice tackle by Page in space.
Yeah, nice tackle, open field, on a guy that's hard to tackle.
Yeah, he is.
They gave a loss of 1, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Maroons. 30-yard line here of Perry. Padilla now in the pistol formation once again. 4 receiver set, 1 back set again. Takes a snap. Back to pass. He's going to go. Oh, he's got Brent Sweet wide open. 45. He falls down to 40. If he leaves him a little bit longer. Oh, that's a touchdown as he falls down at the 40.
30-yard
pass
gain.
is complete from the 30 to 50. That's a 40-yard, 30-yard gain and a first down. 2nd one of the game. But man, if he leaves it just a little bit longer, that is 6 for Perry. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Stroud. Padilla pistol formation again, 4 receiver set. Stroud is
penalty here.
They've got a penalty coming. They've got 2 men on the field, and that's going to be an illegal substitution. That's going to be 5 yards for Perry, as one of the big boys couldn't get off the field in time. And Cameron Bennett's going to take that one. It's going to be 1st and 5 for Perry. But that's the explosiveness we're going to start seeing this year as we get through district. That these district foes are not going to know what's coming.
That's like his 8th completion.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're throwing the ball very well tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Because to be honest, Stroud is taking the run away a little bit from us. So okay, we'll just go over the top. It's pick your poison this year, Perry, and that's going to be a problem.
Open it up, and then that'll open up the run.
Yeah, they'll start to bring a guy out of the box. If they're going to throw on us, we got to have extra in coverage.
So legal substitution,
and that'll open it up
on the Tiger, or 12 men on the field actually.
It's kind of the trend anyway in football these days. You set up you throw the passes to set up the run. That's kind of how.
And that's a 10-yarder. That's a first down, partner, or 15. That's a 15-yarder in high school now. That's a first down and a 15-yard penalty.
Whoa,
wow!
Nelson, I did not know that.
Didn't know that had changed, but it's all the way down to almost the
25-yard line.
Yeah, across the 25, maybe the 20. Probably a 22-yard line, 21-yard line. Now we got another flag.
Was there a personal foul in the play afterwards?
I didn't see it. I thought there was a legal substitution. Now we got a false start on Perry. They're going to go back 5. So I don't know what we had there. I didn't see a personal foul. I thought we just had 12 men on the field.
Essentially, that's a 19-yard penalty.
And then we false started 5 yards.
So 14 yards.
That was a quick whistle, too, a false start. We hadn't even set yet. But nonetheless, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 15 from the 26-yard line. 2:05 and counting to go, 2nd quarter. Dawson Padilla back to pass again, throws short. It's caught. No, it's dropped by Braden Sweet. He knows he should have caught that. He looked at his body language.
Even though it was a little low, Braden made a nice play on it. He had it. He knows he's got to do better there.
Shake it off and flush that play and get back, and you got
absolutely
3 more plays here. 3 more downs. 2nd and 15 from the 26-yard line. Padilla now under center. Takes snap, going to give it to Colby Mendenhall up the gut, and he gets across the 25-yard line. Falls forward to maybe the 24. Might have given him 2 yards. So they'll bring a 3rd and 13 upcoming. Bucktrot in there on the tackle. They did give him the 24.
So give him a yard.
3rd and 13. Give him 2 yards on the play. Padilla now checking at the line of scrimmage in that pistol formation again. 4 receivers again for the Maroons. Gets a snap, back to pass, pumps. He's got, he had pass interference, and Drake Dell almost got that. But we had pass interference in the middle of the field on Austin Reyes, and the referee did not see it, and that's what Coach Cameron's saying right now. Austin Reyes completely held on the seam route and knocked down, and there was no call.
Well, there's only been 3 penalties tonight, and that's a little low at the high school level, so
it's going to bring up a 4th and 13. Perry's 0 of 6 now. 3rd down conversions. 4th and 13. Padilla in the shotgun formation, pistol formation.
No.
Back to pass. They're on the fade
Up
again.
go.
He
pushed him.
He pushed him out of bounds.
How are you not calling that?
He dropped his hat. There's no flag, and he pushed him out of bounds. That is interference all day long, partner.
Man.
All day long.
Ball was in the air, and he pushed off and pushed him out of bounds and made him run out. You got to call that.
Coach Bennett's looking at the line official and saying, you got to call that. Even Coach Landers is all over him. And, boy, partner, I'm not going to try to get on the refs again, but those are 2 calls you've got to make.
Absolutely, partner, I agree.
1st and 10 now for Stroud at their own 25-yard line, minute 19 to go in the second quarter. They still lead by 1, 7-6. And Powell comes under center, got a 1-back set, 2 receiver set to the near, gets a snap, he's going to hand it off. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and no, he's still going. And poor tackling once again as he gets up across the 30-yard line, falls forward to about the 33, and he gets 8 yards when he should have had no yards. And who was on the carry?
It was either 22 or 20. They look exactly alike, Wright or Morris.
It was Wright. It was Gage Wright with a 9-yard pickup, but should have had nothing. Under a minute to go before halftime.
That's that tough running that Stroud will do. They're probably going to try to run it down. We might see a play-action pass here, but I would expect them to run it. 2nd and 1, Powell under center is going to get the snap, gives it to, that's Wright again, gets another block, across the 40, 45, and he's dump truck down at the 45-yard line of Perry. And, boy, they're not going to the house yet. 16, yeah, they're not just salting it away.
That's a 21-yard gain and a first down for Stroud.
Spot the ball at the maroon 45-yard line.
Is that right?
First down and 10 for the visitors.
I think so.
From the 34 to the 45, 16. Yeah, that's 21. 21-yard gain, first down. Stroud now they're going for the points here. Powell in the shotgun, back to pass is Powell. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. There's a holding, and he's looking right at, finally got it. And it's going to be intercepted by Perry out of bounds.
No, they
got a holding. And, boy, the whole crowd of Perry saw that holding.
Absolutely.
And the referee was not going to call it, but then he heard the roar, and he finally threw the hanky.
I saw 2 different. I was probably looking at the wrong one. I was seeing a holding down.
There's finally a hold. He had to call it because the crowd was on him. I mean, he was not going to throw that penalty.
I don't know. Usually refs like to throw the flags. They like to be seen.
They like to be seen. It's all about them usually, but especially if you're Ed Hightower in basketball.
Oh, yeah. One of the best block calls you'll ever see, ladies and gentlemen.
Holding is going to be the call.
That's another 10-yarder for Stroud. How many holding is that? That's
2.
2 or 3 for Stroud?
I must have missed one then.
I think how many?
I've only got him down for 3 penalties.
Okay. They were all holds though, weren't they?
No, one was that defensive weird 19-yard one.
Yeah, I think Stroud's going to take it to the house now. 11 seconds to go. Powell under center. Gets the snap, going to hand off. That's
Morris.
Cody Morris. He's going to get hit and dropped at the 47-yard line. Give him a pickup of 2, and that's the end of the first half. Stroud leads at 7-6 as we head to halftime. You're listening to Perry Lumen Football on Central Play Sports.
I'm not going to read the stats
Assistant manager for Sutherland, inviting you to score big with
faith.
We've got our best lineup.
Oh, we're not going to do this part on there.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do halftime on there. Well,
experience every second of the action.
Video,
Crystal clear HD.
Just do your stats like
stream your favorite shows like a pro with download speeds up to 8 meg. Switching to bundle and save with the Sutherland team.
They usually text
one company, one connection, one deal. Come visit us at 617 Delaware in Perry or Sutherland.com.
You know the offensive manual you have for me
is proud
for the opponent is Crescent.
And to bring you Perry Maroon Athletics. To become a sponsor, please
visit
www.campbellcommunicationsok.com or call and ask for Brock at 405-204-4246.
4 yards on 6 carries.
Campbell Communications, where we bring the game to you.
We did the halftime show. And welcome back to Perry Daniels with Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. As we've reached halftime now, and the Stroud Tigers lead the Perry Maroons 7-6. We'll recap the scoring I don't have the. What's the minutes? Do you have the minutes for them?
On what?
On their scoring drive.
Oh yeah.
First scoring drive for Stroud.
I don't have how long it was.
I know how long it was.
Okay.
It was. What's the scoring drive? I don't have the minutes in the quarter. I don't have that. So they had a 65-yard touchdown drive. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays, and it was right with a 3-yard touchdown. And the kick was good by Stroud, which was Jackson Holman. They led 7-0. But then Perry finally got on the board. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. From their own 17-yard line, they started their drive. It was a 3-play drive, capped off 83 yards, covered 83 yards. It was a touchdown pass Padilla to Joe Brunt, 56-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion was no good by Colvin Mendenhall, and that makes the score 7-6. There's no score in the second quarter, so that's where we stand 7-6. So I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors to tonight's ball game and throughout the whole year, as we couldn't do this without them.
Absolutely
that's
not.
for sure. Brown Duggar Funeral Homes, Custom Dental Perry, Dr. Jim Dewhurst, Devon Energy Corporation, First Bank and Trust Company, Ortho Oklahoma PC, the Perry Daily Journal, Stillwater Medical Center, Suddenlink, the Womack Insurance Agency, Steve Womack, Farmers Insurance, and Vance Chevrolet. I also want to thank our contributing sponsors, DLS Printing and Design, Here It Is, Hair Naturally, Penn Network, and Thorn Originals. And if you haven't guessed, we're on TV tonight, Penn Network, Channel 59. Happy to have you listening to us and watching us, whether you're watching us on Penn Network or listening to us on your phone, your new iPhone 6, I hope.
I've got a Samsung.
They just went on sale today. I haven't got one yet, but I will be getting one sometime in the near future. Listening to us on the internet, with your phone, on the radio 1020 AM, or watching us on Penn Network, Channel 59. We're happy to have you along, as always, on the broadcast. And right now it's at halftime, 7-6. Stroud leads. And thoughts on the first half of play, and we'll take a break and we'll come back with stats and that. What's your thoughts, Mike?
Well, up front on the offensive line, their pass blocking great, but they have to.
You're on.
They got to do something about the penetration that the Stroud defense is getting on the run. Tiller, the big guy, I'm going to call him a Tiller the Hun, because he is a big guy and he is causing havoc for us tonight. He's got probably 4 or 5 tackles, and they've really bottled Colby Mendenhall up. But on the plus side, okay, you're going to bottle Colby up. Well, guess what? We can throw now. And Padilla is having a really great night throwing the ball. Some of the passes have been right on the money, or actually most of them, all of them. I mean, he's had a great night. And the keys, though, we've only had the ball 7 minutes. I mean, I know we got that big explosive play to help score, and that's great. But that's too much time. That's not enough time possession.
Well, I think right now Coach Bennett is in the locker room telling, okay, we've got to adjust to tackling. That was our main key this weekend. We had to tackle 44, 20, and now 22.
Yeah, Morris has had a great game.
And they're not doing it right now. They're letting them drive their legs. They're not getting low. And we've seen that, with the exception of that one drive. I mean, it's been good at times. It's been spotty, but it's not consistent right now.
Right.
If you're Stroud, if you're Coach Ellerick, you got to go to your defensive coaches and say, okay, how do we defend those short passes? But what are we seeing also open up now? Those fade routes are starting to open up too.
They are, because
Perry's mixing it up.
One, yeah.
So Coach Ellerick, I think, has a bigger task at hand right now than Coach Cameron Bennett. Not to say that they're going to lose because they have a bigger task, but I think they have more headaches than Perry does right now.
I agree. I mean, because Perry did start towards the second quarter. That's when we got it. Well, we scored in the first quarter, but at the end of the first and in the second, we started figuring out what we were going to be able to do tonight. And if they're going to keep giving it to us, we'll just keep taking it. And, Colby may not have the huge statistical night, but if we win the game, I'm sure Colby's going to be fine with that. But I still think if they're going to have to stop the run, they're going to have to come out in coverage. They're not going to be able to load up 8 in the box, which is what I've been seeing. They've been putting 8 in the box. They're going to have to stop that, or we're just going to throw on them the rest of the night. And once they start taking a guy out of the box, I think that'll open it up. If they can get Tiller blocked, that can open up big holes for Colby and get him going.
I totally agree. And we want to let you know, fans, we don't have any sports of interest yet in our district or area stores. So if you want to text us, you can text us to 405-204-4246, or Mike, your number once again.
It's 405-826-6408.
So there you go. Those are the two numbers to text us some scores. And let us know how the district's doing or any area teams around Perry. 405-204-4246 or 405-826.
6408.
I always forget the last four. So, anyways, there's your numbers. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the halftime stats. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
This is Ray McCraney, System Manager for Suddenlink, inviting you to score big with safety. We've got our best lineup ever, HD2D with the fastest internet in town and 3 Suddenlinks to go. Experience every second of the action in crystal clear HD. Stream your favorite shows like a pro with download speeds up to 8 Mbps. Switching to bundle and save with the Suddenlink team is easy. One company, one connection, one deal.
Which time do we
Come
have?
visit us at 617 Delaware.
Which time back for stats?
2-minute break.
A medical team that cares about your health and your community. Dr. Wooler, Jameson, Stubbs, and Hayden contribute to athletic and philanthropic efforts in Stillwater and surrounding areas like Guthrie, Perry, Cushing, and Blackwell. While we are bone and joint experts, we are also parents, friends, and neighbors. Enjoy our quality orthopedic treatment, MRI, and on-site physical therapy services as we support this community. Click outreach at orthook.com.
I don't know
Remember,
anybody. I can't
Ortho
ask
Oklahoma,
anybody.
we are keeping you together.
It's not a big deal to me, so.
Well, if the kid comes by, you tell him that.
I will
You break his heart.
No, I'm not going to break his heart. I'm going to tell him it's not our job. The PA's up there.
Hopefully he comes by at halftime so I can tell him, hey, take it upstairs.
Peace of mind. It's Steve Womack.
Wish I saw him. I don't see him anyway.
Visit with Steve at 623 Delaware Street, or you can call him at 580-366-6300, or he invites you to visit his website at www.farmersagent.com/S-Womack.
The world needs a lot of energy to run, so we care about where and how it's produced. At Devon Energy, we're not just providing energy, but responsible ways to supply it. That's why we're proud supporters of the areas where we live and work. Because just as important as what the world needs today is what it needs for tomorrow. Devon Energy, commitment runs deep.
I had slots for them. Welcome back to DavidSports.com alongside Matt Shaw. 7-6 as we're at halftime. The Stroud Tigers lead your Perry Maroons in a tight, close battle. Couple defensive errors, and that's led to touchdowns, Mike. And let's go ahead and go over the first half stats. Not real pretty on both sides.
No, Stroud outgained us a little bit more. They've had those couple of big runs on the ground. They're late in the half for one. They've got 227 total yards, 158 of that on the ground, with that one touchdown, and then 69 yards through the air. They haven't thrown a lot, but it's been semi-effective. And they've got only 3 penalties that I counted, 39 yards, and they've got 16:38 time possession. That's something that they like to do, and something we need to change in the second half. They've run 32 plays to our, I think, about 21. Perry's got 144 total yards. It's kind of the opposite of Stroud. 137 at it in the air and 7 on the ground. And Gardner, that's just flat out not going to cut it. That has got to get better. 7 yards on the ground. 1 penalty, that's good and clean. No turnovers and only 1 penalty, but a 7:22 time of possession. That's something that if we can get the running game going, we will correct in the second half. And a lot of tackles. Hatfield already has 7 tackles tonight, and Reyes has 6, and he's got that sack. Buck's got 5. So individually, got some good tackling efforts tonight, and that's due to Perry's running up the gut at those guys a lot. Stroud running a lot. That's the reason for all that. But at least it's not the secondary getting a ton of tackles. That's when it's bad. That's all I got, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean it's 7-6. I don't know. You don't know what else I could.
Take it a little longer.
It usually does take me longer because we were usually doing a little better. But I mean, it's a defensive battle.
As we've got the cheerleaders just did their routine that they're going to go perform with, and now the Palm Girls, and boy, I'm blinded. The Palm Girls.
Yeah, they have sequin
magic. Matched here, and they're very bright, and they're out to do their program. The band just did their program. They're doing the Wizard of Oz this year in their show, and Mr. Henderson is the band director there. Has been there for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, I think. 9:52 to go before we start this third quarter, and I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Actually, we'll just keep it right here. I'd love to have some scores to tell you. I know we've got internet over there, but I don't know if Tyson can pull up News
I'll look up
OK
a couple.
or not.
I'll give it a
see if we
try.
got any scores. We can.
It's a good one. It's a good site to go to.
NewsOK.com. NewsOK.com. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and let them look that up and see if we can get some scores on the other side of the break. You're listening to Perry Marine Football on Triple Play Sports.
How would you like to bank anytime, anywhere, without having to carry your laptop along? First Bank is proud to bring you mobile banking. It gives you full access to your account safely and securely from your mobile phone. Mobile banking adds a new level of convenience to managing your account. You can bank on the go no matter where you are. View your account, make transfers, pay bills, and even receive text alerts, all from the ease of your cell phone. When you need us, we're there 24/7. First Bank and Trust Company, community-minded just like you.
We got some scores from last night in 3A.
Just like the Perry Maroons football team practices hard and plays even harder, Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick of Perry works 24/7 to provide customers with the very best selection and service. Right now, we're offering a special oil change, filter, and tire rotation for $29.95 and only $69.95 for a diesel oil and filter change. Yes, Vance Chevrolet Buick GMC of Perry, family owned and operated for 19 years, where it's comfortable to buy a car.
And welcome back to Daniel Field Block Table alongside Mike Shaw as we've got some scores from last night. We don't have any scores yet, but I'm going to let Mike take it away and just give you a little scoreboard rundown from the games that happened last night.
Okay, well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to start off with my alma mater. We won 37-30 over Choctaw. Staying in 6A, Norman beat Moore on the road, 43-3. Norman's got a tough team this year. Mustang went the team that Stillwater went and drubbed last week. Beat Edwin Memorial 57-37 last night, and Lawton beat Sepulpa 61-21. I do have a 6A score to report live right now. At Midwest City is beating Del City, the Mid-Del Showdown. I'm not sure what they call that. I'm sure there's a clever name. It's actually 21-6 in the third quarter.
Wow.
So Del City hanging tough. They're 5A now, so that's impressive.
Scott right on here. I follow him on Twitter.
Okay. We've got Westmore at Norman North in the third quarter. Oklahoma State commit John Kolar plays quarterback for Norman North. 5A last night we had, I think Brock's got some more up-to-date and more interest scores.
If you want to listen to some Friday night scores. Halftime, McGinnis 21, Weatherford 7. Halftime, Grove 20, Catoosa 0. Class B, Waleepka 42, Quorum 6. 3 seconds to go before halftime. Tonkawa and Blackwell at the half. Tonkawa actually leads Blackwell 8-6 at halftime. 21-16, Washington, not Tulsa, Washington. Washington is on the other side of Norman. They lead Marlowe at halftime, 21-16.
Well, you would not want Tulsa, Washington playing Marlowe.
Let's see. Let me go through here. Idabel 41, Conowall 0 at the half.
Wow.
Let's see here.
Used to know the coach at Idabel.
MHS over EHS. Who's playing MHS? That's...
is that Muskogee, maybe?
No. It might be Muskogee.
There's a lot of M's.
It's whoever MHS is. It's 41-6 over EHS. That doesn't... Altus 13, Elk City 7 at half. Plainview 16, Clinton 22 at halftime. Winoka 14, Buffalo 16 at halftime.
Wow,
at the half, Colcord leads Commerce 34-0 in the second quarter. That's not a halftime yet. Woodward, Coach Hickson making the long trip over to Tulsa Rogers, leads 28-20 midway through the third. The Boomers 28, the Rogers 20.
Need a better nickname, but go Boomers,
I know.
I
I told him if I ever called a game there, I don't know if I could say that word, and I just said it on the air. Davis is on top of Heritage Hall, 21-13.
Heritage Hall has always struggled with Davis. That triple option kills Heritage Hall.
See, we said Idabel. Shawnee
kills a lot of people.
Very highly ranked this year. It's tied 14-14 over Ponca City. They're tied. Shawnee and Ponca City.
Battle, then.
Sealing 24, Wacomas 14.
5 minutes.
Let's see here. Elk City, I already told you. Halftime, Jinx and Owasso 3-0. Jinx leads.
Wow. Rams are really playing tough.
Lindsay 12, Pauls Valley 0, almost halftime. Tuttle 14, Elgin 7. 2 minutes left in the second.
Any Hennessy or anything?
Atoka 10, the Antlers 0. I don't know who the Antlers are. Lone Grove 6, Sanger, Texas 6 at halftime.
There you go.
Glenpool is up on Uligal, or now trailing Uligal 19-10.
Will Rogers' hometown, I believe.
Let's see here. See if there's any. Nuwata leads Miami 19-0. Brokenbow 9, Sequoia 7 at half. John Marshall leads Cricket Oak 34-0 at the half.
Sean Woods, the head coach down there, and Billy Badger is the assistant coach.
32-14, Hera is leading who they're playing, 32-14. Can't remember, that was on my area school. It's one of the, is that it's Perkins? I think that's Perkins. If so, Hera's drubbing Perkins. Veneta 26, Dewey 14.
Dewey decimal system.
Alex 12, Allen 6. I sit right in front of an Alex football player.
Is that Class B? That's
Class B.
The running back for Alex has over 630 yards in the first 2 games of the season.
Halftime, Wagner 14, Fort Gibson 14.
What is the scores? You gave it to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the north side of the Stroud.
I know Antlers is a town. Julie Finley. There's also Antlers as a mascot too. Deer Creek Antlers. So I didn't know if that was Antlers the town or Antlers the mascot. I'm gonna get you.
Perkins is playing Hera, right?
See, halftime, Pawnee and Yale. Pawnee leads 27-8. So there's finally Hennessy. Jones is on top of Hennessy, 14-7 into the first quarter. So need to update one. Morrison 14-7 at the half over who they're playing.
It was Hera over Perkins. You're right.
We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get the keys to the second half. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
How would you like to bank anytime, anywhere, without having to carry your laptop along? First Bank is proud to bring you mobile banking. It gives you full access to your account safely and securely from your mobile phone. Mobile banking adds a new level of convenience to managing your account. You can bank on the go no matter where you are. View your account, make transfers, pay bills, and even receive text alerts, all from the ease of your cell phone. When you need us, we're there 24/7. First Bank and Trust Company, community-minded just like you.
She said, I'm famous. You mentioned me on the radio.
Just like the Perry Maroons football team practices hard and plays even harder, Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick of Perry works 24/7 to provide customers with the very best selection and service. Right now, we're offering a special oil change, filter, and tire rotation for $29.95 and only $69.95 for a diesel oil and filter change. Yes, Vance Chevrolet Buick GMC of Perry, family owned and operated for 19 years, where it's comfortable to buy a car.
And welcome back to Daniels Field. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. More scores of interest as we've got still 2 minutes to go. And the teams haven't even come out, so they may put some more time on the clock. Hooker leads Syracuse, Kansas 41-0. Under a minute to go in the second quarter. As we almost got a t-shirt here, partner. Be ready. Hennessy is now trailing Jones 14-9. So it looks like Hennessy got a safety because it was 14-7. Let's see. EHS scores good for 2, MHS and EHS, so it's 41-14. If anybody knows who MHS is and EHS, that would be great. I assume it's Edmond.
Well,
but there's Edmond North, Edmond Memorial.
And Edmond Santa Fe.
Edmond Memorial. It might be, I think it's Edmond Memorial, actually.
No, they're playing. I just looked at that.
It might be Enid. It could be Enid.
Who would MHS be? Enid's playing Bartlesville tonight.
No,
Edmond Memorial played last night against Mustang.
It's not either one of those then, okay.
What did that score say?
It was 41-14.
Yeah, MHS, Mustang, Edmond Memorial, they played last night.
32-20 Hera. I think, who's Hera playing?
Perkins.
Perkins has drawn closer, 32-20.
Still, 32 points, that's pretty good.
Let's see here. Westmore 28, Norman North 14 with 5:40 left in the third quarter. They've really gone out. And it's been a quick ball. Uligal just answered. Glenpool's score. So they're up 27-10 with a 2-point conversion. Halftime Tuttle is leading Elgin 14-7. Mangum 46, Sarah 14 at halftime. Class B with Leetka 42, Porham 6. Tahlequah 12, Salisaw 7. Pawnee's Nathan Brock just had a 64-yard rushing, or has 64 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Wow. They must have power formation right at the goal line because that's not many yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. 21-16, Washington leads Marlowe. Halftime, we already said that one. Bethel 6, Craig's 27 at half. Central 32, Foil 0. Central 37, Foil 0. 12-12, Oklahoma Legion over in Dixon. Let's see here. Southmore 20, Santa Fe 17 at half. See here. Looks like the I just gave that one.
Can't find an MHS or an EHS that playing each other, M and an E.
Halftime Guinness 21, Weatherford 7. And I've already said all these other ones. So both teams getting ready to come out. We've got 3 minutes on the board. They put some more time for the teams to get going again and get warmed up. But let's talk about the second half here, partner. Let's talk about the keys to the second half. And B Coach Bennett and B Coach Eller can tell me what they were saying in that halftime locker.
Well, I would guess they got a little bit of a tongue lashing, and that's why both teams are coming out a little late because there's been a lot of errors on both sides. Stroud can come out with we moved the ball, we got inside the 25-yard line on the drive, and then we fumbled. So ball security can be an issue for them. And then I would think on the other side, blocking up front on the run plays is essential. We have to get Kobe going, and then tackling on the defense. We're taking bad angles sometimes and just missing too many tackles. So play within yourself, do what we're doing on offense for the most part. We got to run it a little better. And for Stroud, they're saying, hey, we're stopping the run. We just got to show up the passing defense a little bit. I think both teams are actually probably confident, but Perry right now is going to have the momentum because we get the ball.
And definitely, I'm making a note here. Excuse me.
What?
I'm making a note here.
Making a note.
I put my scoring drive as both teams come out now from their huddles and got a minute 18 to go. And we're partner. I got to figure out how to get Colby Mendenhall going. That offensive line for Perry is going to have to start figuring out how to push those guys back or get something, or to maybe a misdirection play. I don't know, to get them going one way and Colby going another way.
I agree.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of wrinkle that Coach Bennett's going to maybe throw in here as we start the second half.
Yeah, I think so too. And that big guy, you get him on the ground. You can take his legs out. I know he's 335 pounds. You don't want that falling on you. If you can take his legs out, you can neutralize him in that way. And that's something I would do.
Well, the good thing, partners, Perry's going to get the ball because they deferred.
Right, we'll see how
they get the ball to start the third quarter, and Perry's already come out in their kick return formation, and Stroud has gone to their sideline and about ready to get this one kicked off. And Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Brock Campbell, and
I think this drive can really be a big key to the game and how the rest of the game goes. We go right down and score in a few plays. Doesn't matter how many plays. We go right down and score. We're to set the tone for the second half, and it could be a whole nother shooting match out here.
Well, definitely is. Alex Booth's going to be kicking off for Stroud as they're going to be going from south to north. Perry's going to be going from north to south as this field runs that way. Some fields run east to west or whatever. But really not any wind to contend with. Well, there's a little bit of a breeze now out of the south.
Number 44.
But not anything that's going to really throw your game if you're a passing team. And it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Cameron Bennett wants to stay with or wants to try in this first drive of the third quarter. Alex Boot.
I think he's going to come out throwing, personally.
Alex Boot back to kick from his own 40. Puts a boot into it, and there's the third quarter underway. No, it's not. We're going to have offside. It's going to be a 5-yard mark off on Stroud.
Well, that could help give us a good field position to start the half.
That was a bad kick, too, partner.
Yeah,
it was. Off the side of his foot.
I kind of wish sometimes they'd let those run out and then see after the kick what happens when we want to take it or not. But
so it is offside on the Tigers. So move it back 5 yards. He'll kick from the 35-yard line now.
Kicking from the college yard line.
OSU off tomorrow, so is Tulsa. We got OU in West Virginia tomorrow night at 6:30. And
Florida State Clemson's playing. That'll be an interesting game.
And they finally decide to
a half. That'll
show
him.
Let's suspend him for a half. And
he'll never. Oh man, they're really keeping him in line. Sorry, we've got a bias in this booth.
I'll be there Thursday night when the Texas Tech Raiders will come to town. There's the kick. That's a better kick. And it's going to be taken, that's by Hatfield, 25-30, across the 35, got a hole! 40,
hang on to it.
45, and he's drugged down at the 45-yard line. Perry will take over the first possession, 45-yard line in their own territory, and a good return by Brian Hatfield.
25 yards. Is that what he said, 25?
25-yard return, yes. Actually, no. From the 25 to the 45, that's 20.
I thought he caught it at the 20.
Oh, he did?
What it looked like to
we'll
me.
give him 25 now.
Let's give him extra yards. It's our broadcast.
25-yard return, 1st and 10 for Perry at the 45. Pistol formation, Dawson Padilla. 2 receiver set to the near, 2 to the far. 1 back set, that's Mendenhall. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap. He gets it. He's going to give it to Mendenhall around the left side. Tries to get the corner. He's going to be ripped down. Might have lost a yard. He might have gotten back to the 45 if we're lucky, but I think they're going to give him a half-yard loss, and he just can't get that corner. That was a good play by Cody Morris.
Yeah, what we mentioned, them trying to go outside to get a yard. It's like they're in the huddle almost when we're going to run the ball. They have really stopped our run game.
So they gave him a half-yard loss, even though they said no gain in the play, but it's second and 11. Dawson Padilla back to pass. He passes short. It's complete, and it's still running across the 45. It's tackled at the 44, and that's a first down for Perry. A pickup of 11 yards and a first down, and that was to Joe Rupp once again. Excuse me, Drake Dale, my bad. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. 3rd first down of the ball game for Perry. And they're set up shop 1st and 10 at the Stroud 44-yard line. Dawson Padilla in the pistol formation once again. Same formation. 2 receivers set to the near, to the far. Gets the snap, gets it out to Joe Rupp. Makes it
nice
40,
move, Joe.
35 still going. Dragging tackles to the 30-yard line and first down. 14-yard pickup on the play. On the stop right, he broke it right back to the left, to the center, back to the left, and go to the center of the field, back to the right. Now another cut, got 14 yards and a first
Partner,
down.
he left Alex Booth's jock back up there around the 40-yard line.
Alex Booth needs to go pick up his jock because he left it there. 1st and 10, now Padilla in the hurry-up formation. Now pass to Austin Reyes, and he misses it. It's incomplete on the left
Even
side.
though they didn't get that completion, partner, I like what they're doing there. Stroud wasn't even set.
Kind of a hurry-up offense now that we kind of put into to motion here.
Anything you can do to change it up is great. It's a good strategy by Bennett.
2nd and 10. I'm liking how Dawson is passing the ball right now.
He's firing.
And those guys are open on those stop rights. I don't understand why you can't defend those. Padilla now in the shotgun formation, flanked by Kobe Mendenhall. Gets snaps, going to give it to Kobe. Around the right side, got the corner. 40, 35, 30, and punched out of bounds about the 32-yard line.
Finally getting some room.
Excuse me. That's not the 30. That's probably about the 20. Where's he marked at? 25-yard line. Gave him actually 24. Gave him 6 yards. I lost my yardage there. I was wrong on the call, but he got 6 yards, and 3rd and 4 for Perry. Dia loses his towel, throws it back behind. He's in the pistol formation again. 4 receiver set again. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Slant route was there for Braden Sweetney. Dropped it. It was a little behind him, but he should have made that catch.
Yeah, he did have to turn his back completely back to try to catch that.
And still, the Maroons are still 0 for on 3rd down. 0 of 7 on 3rd down. 10:35 to go.
Play. This could map out the rest of the game, partner.
This is a 4th and 4.
I know it sounds a little premature in the 3rd quarter, but this is a huge play.
4th and 4 for Perry. Dawson Padilla, and the Maroons will go for it. 4 receiver set, 1 back set, pistol formation once again. Back to passes Padilla. Throws short, and he's got a man. It dropped. And that is turnover on downs for Perry. And Stroud's going to get the ball for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And he had a man there, partner. The pass was not good.
No, it was low. That hurts. That hurts.
So 1st and 10 for Stroud at their own 24-yard line. Let's see if the defense, what adjustments they've made now. We'll get a break in here, hopefully soon. 10:31 to go, 3rd quarter just underway. Perry had a promising drive, but ends on a turnover on downs. Powell under center, takes the snap, going to hand it off to his running back, gets across the 25-yard line, falls forward to maybe the 27-yard line. We'll give him pick up a 3. And on the carry for Stroud was number 20. That's right. We'll give him 4 yards, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a red
2nd and 6.
Silverado, license plate number 399KYM. We need you to move your vehicle as soon as possible.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Silverado, license plate 399KYM.
Scared me a second. I've got a red truck, but it's
you
a
can't
Ford.
park behind the goalpost this time.
No.
Power set now for the Stroud Tigers. Powell under center, 2 backs behind him, 1 back behind him. He's going to give it to his running back. He's going to be hit, but he drug a tackler. He should have got nothing, but good play by Garrett Byer. Just didn't have any help to help him clean up the mess. And that was James Wright. He gets up to maybe the 29-yard line. We'll give him a pickup of 1 yard, bring up a 3rd and 5.
Great tackle on the legs there by Byer. He lets him go. He might get that first down.
He might still be running, too.
Yeah.
He had a blocker in front. Under 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Stroud still leads at 7-6 on a defensive battle. Had two really explosive plays, one for each side, and that's it. 3rd and 5 for Stroud. Powell under center. Gets the snap. Going to hand it off to his running back. Hit the backfield and drop down there. And he's going to lose a yard or two there, and it's going to be 4th down for Stroud. Wow, there we go. There's the penetration that we've seen in the first 2 weeks, partner.
Yeah, Andrew Randall, and then followed up by Dylan Buck. Great penetration up the middle. Awesome play.
They actually no gain on the play, so no loss, but it's going to be 4th and 5, and Alex Boot will be back to punt. Braden Sweet's going to stand about his 33-yard line. Still keeps backing up. There's the snap. Gets the punt. Almost blocked by Reyes. Now Sweet's got a return. 35, 40, 45. Gets across the 45, and he's going to be dump trucked down there about the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Triple Play Sports.
Integrity, respect, professionalism, and a genuine caring attitude is exactly what you can expect from us at Brown Duggar Funeral Home. We are committed to being available to you every step of the way. We know that losing a loved one is never easy, but it's our privilege, responsibility, and our calling to help ease this process as much as possible. We are avid supporters of the Perry Maroons and welcome you to come or stop by. We're located at 1010 North 7th or call us at 580-336-4444. Brown Duggar Funeral Home. We are here for you.
And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Daniel Field, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Gospedy gets snap, gets Colby Mendenhall around the right side, gets the corner, 50, 45, good seal block, and he gets dump trucked down about the 42-yard line, and we got a flag.
They might get Beyer for a hold on that.
The seal block might have been too good, and it's going to be holding on Garrett Beyer, and he knew it.
I thought Beyer got his butt around there and squared up with him, and apparently the ref saw it differently. Kind of been
his
the
body
theme of the
language
night.
said it all, as he knew he got caught, and that's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to be, I think, a yard behind the line of scrimmage, so probably going to bring up a 1st and 11. Or 1st and 21, excuse me, not 1st and 11.
We take that.
That was the first play that we got Colby loose on the corner.
Yeah.
And it's not all for naught.
Yeah, well, I guess I was watching the whole time. It looked like what I said, Beyer got his butt squared around, but I'm not the one with the jersey, the zebras, so.
So it's at the 36-yard line, so yes, it is 2nd and 21, or excuse me, 1st and 21 for Perry.
Quite an 11-yard
in the pistol formation, 4 receiver set, 1 back set. That's Mendenhall again. Gets a snap, going to give it Mendenhall. Same play around the right side. Got another block. Gets across the 40. Nice cut back, and he gets dumped at about the 44-yard line. Picked up 8 yards and got 8 yards back, so it brings up a 2nd and 13 upcoming for the Maroons.
And that was a much better executed play. They can get it, they're the 2nd long here. You want to get it to 3rd and Mansell inside 3rd and 6.
They're seeing something on that play, partner. That's the 2nd time in a row they ran that.
Exactly. They're running away from number 65, who's on the opposite side.
Padilla in the pistol formation again, 4 receiver set again, 1 back set. Gets a snap, passes. He has a slant open. It was Braden Sweet. It went off his hands and incomplete. Good defense there by number 3, Grant Powell. Excuse me, Cody Page. No, that is Grant Powell. Grant Powell, the quarterback. Nice break on the ball as he was being inside and falls incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 12 for Perry.
This is what we didn't need, 3rd and long. We got to start taking advantage of some of these good field position starts.
Perry is 0 of 7 on 3rd down.
That's just not a recipe for success.
There's a snap, gets the Colby Mendenhall, hitting on backfield and drop there at the 39-yard line. That's a loss of 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Maroons.
Wade McCracken was virtually untouched on that play. I don't know what happened there. It's a breakdown on assignment on the offensive line.
Garrett Beyer is going to be back to punt yet again. This is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th punt.
That's not good. That's the most he's had combined 2 games.
Gets a snap. Gets the punt off. A good high punt.
Boy, nice punt, Garrett.
Very good punt. Hits at the 20, gets a bounce.
Oh, excellent.
Going to roll inside the 5-yard line. Going to be down at the 4-yard line. 1st down and 10 from the 4. When you listen to you listen to football Triple Play.
Listen to something.
57-yard punt for number 42.
57-yard punt.
The National Institute of Mental Health reports that 1 in 4 adults will experience a mental health disorder in a given year. I'm Marjorie McGinn, President and Executive Director of Women in Government.
I did.
Talk to your healthcare provider because serious mental illness can be treated. Between 70 and 90% of individuals see significant symptom relief and improved quality of life. To learn more, please visit womeningovernment.org.
Back to Perry, Oklahoma. Alongside Mark Stroud, we got a flag, and is it going to be illegal procedure once again? It's going to mark Stroud back half the distance, probably. Let's see what the call is. Illegal substitution on Stroud.
Yeah, I saw one guy running off late.
Half the distance, push it back to the 2. Good partner, safety. You lead the game, 8-7.
Exactly. You got that 2-pointer back that we missed earlier.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 1st and 12 at the 2-yard line.
This is huge right here. You got them backed up. You've got to take advantage here.
1st and 10, or 1st and 12 at the 2, their own 2-yard line. Stroud has the ball. Grant Powell under center. I formation, gets the snap, gives it to his running back, and he's out. He's big play. A real big play right, still going, 40, 45, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 45-yard gain on the play, and they're out of jail, as you would call it. First down for Stroud at the 47.
Absolutely what they did not need to happen.
Good. It was just a simple play over the right side of the line. And boy, howdy. 6:39 to go, third quarter. Stroud leads at 7-6 and gets out of jail now as they get to the 47-yard line. 45-yard run by Gage Wright. Now Powell under center. I formation again, right behind him. Wright gets a call again. He's going to be stuffed in the backfield for a 1-yard loss by a host of Perry Maroons. Actually,
led by Reyes.
That was Boot on the carry. So we bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. They say no gain, but he got hit in the backfield, and he got that.
Maybe they called forward progress.
I don't know, partner. I thought he had a loss of 1. We'll say no gain, but 2nd and 10.
Big left tackle for Stroud. Moses Williams running off the field. Let's see how that impacts the game. We got number 72 coming in.
Stroud is now slowing the game down, if you haven't noticed. I formation again, 2 receivers set, one to the near, one to the far. Powell gets the snap, gives it to Boot around the right side, gets stood up, and then he got a yard to the 48-yard line. They give him the 49, give him 2. So they bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Austin Reyes in on the tackle for the Maroons.
Devin Blanchard.
They gave him a 1-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Stroud. I thought they had it to the 49, my bad. 5:29 to go in the third quarter. Stroud leads at 7-6. 2 receivers set, one to the near, one to the far side. I formation, Powell under center, gets the snap. Back to pass, play action, looking long. Down the sideline. It's going to be intercepted by Drake Dale. And he's going to be tackled at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Perry on the interception by Drake Dale. And what a good position by Drake Dale. The pass was underthrown, and Drake was just playing center field. Great defensive play by Drake, and a 1st down for Perry. Now let's get something going, guys. And we'll give him 2 yards on the return, I think. He caught it at the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Perry 32-yard line. Padilla brings him back out. Pistol formation, 4 receiver set, 1 back set. Gets the snap, hands it off to, no, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 26-yard line. We're going to call it a 6-yard loss. And, boy, you didn't want that to happen for Perry. Actually, they're going to give it about 5-yard loss, I think. 4 yards back to the 28-yard line. The 2nd and 14. You don't want to get in these long situations, partner.
Absolutely not. That's something they've been stressing. Or we've been stressing.
Well, Padilla in the pistol formation again. Same formation. 4 receiver set, 1 back set. Gets the snap. Back to pass, looking for the fade. And it's looking for Drake Dale, and he almost got there with that speed. I didn't think he had a chance to begin with, but he made it closer than it should have been. And it falls incomplete, so it's going to be 3rd and 14, 4:30 to go in the third quarter. And Perry is 3rd and long again. They have not converted a 3rd down tonight. They're 0 of 8.
Stroud is just hanging on by a thread. They've turned it over twice. We've been getting good field position.
They are, and you're not taking advantage.
We're not taking advantage. That's a problem.
But you got to give it up to Stroud. They've only got 4 first downs. Perry does.
Right, their defense is held strong tonight.
Dawson Padilla in the pistol formation again, 4 receiver set, 1 back set again. Takes a snap, back to pass is Padilla, and he's going to throw
all
across
over
the middle. It's caught by Reyes.
Called incomplete, I think.
Oh, it's incomplete, but there was definitely a pass interference call that was not called, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Perry. Boy, he was all over him, partner.
Yeah, like he got to the ball just a second too early, which would be a penalty in my book.
4:25 to go, third quarter. Perry still trails at 7-6. It just seems like Stroud is holding on for dear life right now. As they're going to get decent field position. Garrett Byer back to punt. Gets into the punt. Good punt. Powell's going to take it at the 35-yard line. That's where he's going to start. 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Stroud. And that's a punt from the 28 to the 35 for Perry. So 30, 22, 15, 22, and 15. It's 22 and 15.
Yeah. What? Just to the
37,
34, right?
Is that 37 yard?
Yes.
37-yard punt for Garrett Byer. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7th
punt.
6th or 7th, yeah.
The 6th punt.
Way too many. Let's just put it that way.
But Stroud has it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. They've marked it. Stroud has that bunch formation to the far side, receivers that is. The 1 to the near, 1 back set. Powell back to pass. Looking, still looking. Now passes down the center of the field, and it's caught. Nobody took that guy. He catches it across the 45 to the 43, and he got hit hard, and that's Peeler. Nobody picked him up. He was just wide open, partner, and that's a first down from the 34 to the 42.
16 plus 8, 24.
That's a 24-yard gain and a first down for Stroud. Well, you don't want to, assume yet, but you don't want to have Stroud score again here either.
No, going up presumably by 8, 7 or 8.
Bunch formation over here to the near side now. Hand off to Boot, and he just poor tackling, gets across the 40, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 38-yard line. So pickup of 4 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 6 for the Stroud Tigers. 3:44 in counting. My water bottle's flying everywhere here. It's empty, that's why. 2nd and 6 for Stroud as they have the ball at the Perry 37-yard line, 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and 6. Powell under center, gets the snap, going to hand it to his running back, gets across the 35, falls forward to the 33, and that's going to be a gain of 4 yards, brings up a 3rd and 2. Actually, it might be a 3rd and 1, yeah. They gave him 5 yards, and just poor tackling once again.
Yep. Somebody, I think it might have been Randall, missed it up inside, right at the point of contact. You got to make those tackles.
And a short one for the Tigers.
Well, I mean, there's probably really no surprise what they're going to do here. They're going to give it to
It's Power I. You know
Power,
exactly what's going to happen.
I mean, they're running right at you.
Powell gets a snap, hands it off to his running back, and
he had him.
Yeah, had him. He hit his own man, then falls forward to the 30, and he got 2 yards. First down for Stroud on the 2-yard pickup. They have
second efforts.
They have 9 first downs to Perry's 4, and that's really the story of the game so far.
Yeah, their second effort is really getting to us right now. How many yards they give him? 4?
They gave him 2 yards, 32 to
That's all they needed.
1st and 10 for Stroud at the Perry 30-yard line. 2:34 to go in the third quarter.
Gut check time, partner. Defense has got to make a stop here.
I formation yet again for the Stroud Tigers. Powell under center, 2 receiver set. Gets the snap. He's going to hand it to his running back again around the left side. Now he cuts it up the middle. He's going to get probably maybe 3 yards to the 35-yard line, maybe 5. Nope, they got him to the 33, so give him 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7, Garrett Byer in on the stop.
That was Boot, right?
That was Boot.
He gave him 4.
He gave him 4, so 2nd and 6 we'll call it. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter, and just kind of a lull you to sleep ball game right now.
Yeah, and that's what Stroud wanted.
Bunch formation here, receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 back set now. Powell gets the snap. He's going to give it to Morris. He bounces off 1 tackle, bounces off 2 tackles. Trying to strip the ball. You need a tackle, guys, instead of stripping the ball. And he gets across the 35, drop down at the 33-yard, or excuse me, to the across the 25, drop down to the 24-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd and 4 upcoming for Stroud.
going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the visitors.
It's 3rd and 3. We're going to call it 3rd and 3.5. Because it's not 4, but it's not 3 either.
Yeah.
3rd and 3.5 for Stroud. Kyle gets a snap, gives it to the running back, and he's going to have the first down. And he's going to get across the 20, falls forward to the 16-yard line, and he got 7. He needed 4, and that's a first down. Stroud is knocking on the door with their 10th first down, and their second conversion on 3rd down. They're 2 of 9 on 3rd down tonight. Under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Stroud knocking on the door, and Perry's going to have to stiffen up here.
Yes, they are, and this is going to have to be a bend, don't break, because they're just kind of trying to wear you down, just lay on you, which is what they like to do.
And they're very deliberate right now, too, with their offense. Under 5 on the play clock. They're going to have to take a timeout. That's their first charge timeout. They have 2 left in the second half.
Timeout in the field, charge
and
Stroud.
See, we've got our timeouts in. We'll just keep it right here. And this is the kind of game Stroud wanted to have, partner. This is what they do. They try to wear you down with those big boys up front. And right now they're doing it.
They are. Tiller and Moses Williams, and I believe it's Williams. Apologize. Yes, Williams. Bucktrot, and Close, and McCracken. They're just getting a good push right now. And then once our guys get on them, they're kind of breaking the tackles. It's like they're wearing out, which I didn't expect. I just. This is not the kind of game I expected. I mean, not from our side. I knew Stroud was going to do this.
Yeah.
And they've gotten some good passing plays tonight, actually, too.
Right.
Holding us to 6 points right now with 40 seconds to go, I'm going to give it up to Stroud. They're playing much better than I thought they would.
They're controlling the line of scrimmage and controlling the clock. That's what they want to do.
Exactly. But they're modeling our run game, which that I'm impressed with.
What Perry needs to do, they really need a turnover right now.
They need another one.
To swing the tide.
They
need something, but they're not passing.
No, not on this drive.
And their running backs are doing a good job with ball security as well. So,
exactly. Going 3 yards in a cloud of dust on us this time.
Back to action. Grant Powell under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off. No, he's going to play action fake.
He's got
a guy in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Stroud. 16-yard touchdown pass from Grant Powell to Peeler. And Stroud is up now by 6 points. 13-6, 7 points. And they're going to try and add the extra point to go up by 8. And that's going to be Holman's job, Jackson Holman, wide open. And who's on covers out there for Perry?
Like Braden.
Braden
or Dale.
Braden or Drake. I think it was Drake, actually. He got beat and let the flag route go. Kick his ball down. Kick is up and good. And it's 14-6. Stroud leads it by 8 with 35 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. And now you got to go get momentum again here, partner.
Yeah. And you got to do something. But they would, take away that holding coming in the last drive, running outside. We're going to have to try to find that again.
How many?
That was,
what was the start of that drive?
On 34.
And how many plays?
7. No, 8. 66-yard drive.
Boy, they've come out and passed tonight.
Yeah, that's
something we didn't think was going to happen.
Not to this degree, yeah. I didn't think they passed this much. Passed, I think, 12 times, 13 times.
So Perry's going to have the ball, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They now trail 14-6, and Perry had every opportunity. Stroud was giving them every opportunity to take the lead. And Perry just couldn't convert on some situations. And the ball game's not over. It's only an 8-point lead.
Yeah, still got a whole quarter left.
So, but you're going to have to start stopping Stroud.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to have to go answer, and then you're going to have to stop him. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Yep.
As Booth's going to get ready to kick off from his own 40-yard line. And back deep for Perry, Silver Mendenhall, Braden Sweet, and Brian Hatfield. Mendenhall stands as his 10. In high school football, if it goes through the end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
Well, it'd be nice to see Kobe break one here.
Boot now, get set. He puts a boot into it. It's a short kick.
Kicking it away from him.
Hatfield will take it. Across the 25, 30, still going, 35-yard line. We'll call it 34-yard line. That's where Perry's going to take over.
9-yard return.
1st and 10 So a 9-yard kickoff return for Brian Hatfield. And they'll take it from the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Maroons, with 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Actually, 33.
So 8 yards.
Dawson Padilla will come out in the pistol formation again, 4 receiver set. Now one comes in motion. That's Mendenhall. And he makes a nice move, gets to the corner. He's got the corner. 35, 40, 45, gets the cut, 50 across midfield, dump trucked out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And that is a 17-yard, 19-yard pickup from the 33 to the 49. Actually, it's 47. I'm right. They gave him 20 yards, so first down for Perry. And 24 seconds to go, third quarter.
That's what we can do.
The line of scrimmage, and that's what you got to do. You got to get him in misdirection. Boy, he had a guy that could have got him, but he's juked him.
Colby has the ability to just break one at any time.
Padilla now in shotgun formation for a receiver set. Now he's going to check the play. Clock is not running. He was hit out of bounds. That's why. Padilla gets a snap. Back to pass. He's going to pass short to Reyes. Complete across midfield, and he drops the ball. Fumble recovery by Stroud, and Stroud's going to have it 1st and 10. Good grief. At the Perry Maroon 42-yard line. Good grief.
Absolutely the worst thing that could happen.
You're right, partner. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Now Stroud has it 1st and 10 at the Maroon 42-yard line and threatening to pull away in this game. But Perry doesn't really stop the Tigers here. Perry's kind of just shot themselves in the foot in the second half.
Absolutely.
Now they're going to play clock control game again. Kyle gets it. He's going to hand it off to Boot. Going to get tackled right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Garrett Byer on the play. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Stroud leads at 14-6, but has the ball in Perry Maroon territory. You're listening to Perry Maroon football on Triple Play Sports.
Stop the ball at the Maroon 41-yard line. Going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Hey Maroon fans, are you looking for a great dentist? Look no further than Custom Dental and Dr. Dewhurst and let your fear disappear. Have you heard about the Maroon Fan Special? Be one of the first 10 callers and take advantage of our Let's Get Acquainted appointment and get $100 off any new dental services found needed by Dr. Dewhurst. This Let's Get Acquainted appointment includes exams, x-rays, and a private consultation for only $38. Don't wait. Call 336-2310 right now and tell our team you want the Perry Maroon Fan Special. Go Maroons, go!
The world needs a lot of energy to run, so we care about where and how it's produced. At Devon Energy, we're not just providing energy, but responsible ways to supply it. That's why we're proud supporters of the areas where we live and work, because just as important as what the world needs today is what it needs for tomorrow. Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep.
Hey, welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Daniels Field, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. This game is sponsored in part by Devon Energy, who you just heard, who take pride in supporting local communities and events where they operate. Visit devonenergy.com today to learn more about how they're one of the world's leading oil and natural gas producers. Devon Energy commitment runs deep, and commitment's going to really have to run deep here, Mike, as Perry's back with their backs to the wall. Stroud has it 2nd and 9. Powell gets the snap, hands it to Boot. He's going to be hitting the backfield. He's going to be losing a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 11. Lost 2 yards, actually. So 3rd and 11 upcoming for Stroud. That's what you need.
Stay them in, 3rd and long. Absolutely.
That's the response you got to get. 3rd and 12, actually. 3rd and 12. Now you've got to really guard Peeler here, because that's the guy they've gone to in these situations.
Yeah, you're right. He's killed him. He's got 107 yards receiving tonight,
which is not conducive to a Stroud football team.
No.
Powell now in the shotgun formation, pistol formation, gets the snap back to pass. He's got somebody wide open in the flat, and it's Taylor, and he got him. Catches his ball at the 30, and he's going to get hit right there at the 30, and he's right there, guys. It's a 14-yard pickup in the first down. We got 3 guys around him.
Playing a little zone on that one, and he just dropped it. Powell just dropped it right in on the zone.
Playing a cover 3 and just not covering.
No.
1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line, and Coach Bennett shakes his head. I mean, you had what you wanted, 3rd and long, and you had 3 guys around the ball, and nobody made a play.
No. And we're not getting any. I mean, it was only a 3-step, maybe 5-step drop. We're just not getting any in the face of him at all.
Yeah, no pressure. You're right. No pass rusher at all. Now they're going to play clock game again. Foul under center. Takes the snaps. Going to fake handoff. Going to roll to his right now. Still looking. Being chased. He's going to be hit out of bounds there. And dropped out of bounds by Devin Blansett and Braden Sweet in there on the tackle. And I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring it 2nd and 10 for Stroud. 10:46 to go in the game. We just entered the 4th quarter. Stroud leads your Perry Maroons 14-6, and Perry's looking for anything to get that momentum back on the sideline.
So, that's what you can ask for. 2nd and long, 3rd and long. You just got to execute and make the play.
2nd and 10 for Stroud at the Perry 30-yard line.
Look for an end around. No, never mind.
2 receiver set, one to the near, one to the far, one back set. That's Morris, and he gets the catch. He gets the sweep pass, and not much. He might have got a half yard. It's going to be 3rd and long. We've got an injured player for Stroud. Let's see if he gets out.
It's Williams again.
It is Williams.
He's been hurt a couple times tonight. He's a tough kid staying in the game.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Like
timeout for a injury, so Williams can get off the field. Who was that Morris on the carry?
No, it was 20. It was
20. It was right. They all look the same.
They give him a no yards there.
10:25 to go. 3rd and long right here again. This is where you want them. They're probably going to have 2 downs here. They're going to have to defend 2 downs.
Yeah, I agree.
4 receiver set, 1 back set. Powell under center. Takes the snap. He's going to fake the play action. He has him wide open again. That's Peeler.
He dropped it.
He dropped the ball. Thank God he dropped the ball.
Big break
and
there.
And Peeler was wide open again. We cannot guard Peeler for some reason. I just don't know why that he's just running wild out in the secondary, so it's 4th and 10.
Our guys are biting too hard on the play action fake.
Yeah, they are. You're right. They may go back to that same play.
Peeler, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it if they go back to that same play.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Your defense has played stiffly.
We got Peeler Jr. on a sophomore, so you got experience.
Yeah, true.
Did Peeler come over here now? He's over here on the
Peeler's on our side. Braxton.
Lined up in the slot.
Braxton Sweet should be able to.
Braden's got the cover. Back to passes, Powell still looking. Under pressure finally. Still under pressure, and he's not going to get anywhere near. And it's going to be out of bounds, and Perry's going to hold on downs and get the ball. Big time. And yeah, that was a legal play. There's no flag there. And Powell's hurt. They're helping Powell out. I thought he was limping there for a minute, but Stroud's like us, partner. If Powell goes down, they have nobody else at quarterback.
No, they would have to put it. I think Page would have to play at that point.
9:59 to go in the ball game. Perry now gets the stop and gets the ball back. Has it at their own 28. 1st and 10. Dawson Padilla in the pistol formation. 4 receiver set, 1 back set. Perry's going to have to make a move here. Going to have to score on this drive. No doubt about it. Gets the snap. Takes the handoff. Throws short to Austin Reyes. Complete across the 30 and starts out of bounds at the 34-yard line. I thought they were going to give him the 35, but they only gave him the 34. So 6 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 4 for the Maroons. They gave him 5. I thought it was 4, but 2nd and 5. Padilla gets the shotgun snap, gives it to Mendenhall, tries to make one man miss. He falls forward across the 35, gave him the 36, so gave him 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 2, and you have to make this right now for Perry.
It's a 3rd and short. It's a good situation. It's what you want. You want 3rd and short.
It's 3rd and a short 3. But they gave Kobe the 36, almost the 35 and a half, so we'll call it a short 3. Padilla in the shotgun formation with Mendenhall behind him. Padilla goes to pass it, and the ball's on the ground. It's fumbled, and I thought his hand was going forward, partner. But it's a fumble, and it goes to Stroud, and I thought the hand was going forward. But Stroud's going to take over in nightmare possession now at the 25-yard line for Perry. Good grief.
Ball just inside the Maroons' 25-yard line.
I got to get some timeouts in there somewhere. 9:19 to go in the ball game. The partner's looking not real good right now for Perry. They got to have a big play somewhere.
No, yeah, and they're asking the defense is going to have to step up again.
Powell comes to the center. Under center, I formation. One receiver set just to the near side. The Perry sideline takes the snap. Going to give it to right, and he bounces the left side now up the middle, and he's going to be dumped at the 15-yard line. That's a pickup of 10 and a first down, or close to a first down. They might have given him 9.5. Under 9 minutes now in the ball game. 14-6. Stroud leads. Perry's undefeated season is in jeopardy right now. And really, these teams are really evenly matched. I mean, if Perry takes advantage of what they've had tonight,
yeah,
they're up by 2 touchdowns.
Our 2 fumbles, they have taken advantage of one of our fumbles. They scored on it, and they might do it again.
Second and 1. Powell under center. I formation. Takes the snap. Going to give it on the right side now. And that's Boot. He's weaving his way through traffic, across the 10. Falls forward to almost, 6-yard line. He got 9 yards in the play. It's going to be first and goal for Stroud. First and goal from the 7. And Stroud scores here. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Under 8:25 to go, fourth period. Perry down 14-6 to Stroud right now.
We got Matt Jones out of the. Oh no, he's not on defense. Sorry, my bad, partner.
Powell under center, I formation, one receiver set to the far side. Takes a snap. He's going to give it to his running back again. That's Morris this time around the right side, and he gets to the 5, and there's going to be a late hit on Perry.
I think Hartwig got a horse collar.
It was either a late hit or a horse collar, because a little attitude happening with the Maroons right now. I think it was a personal foul on Perry, and that's going to be half the distance and the first and goal from probably like the 2. Or the 3.5, somewhere in there if they're at the 7.
They give him a couple yards, looks like.
He got to the 5, it looked like, but let's see what the flag. Personal foul. It's on Perry. The late hit. Half the distance. It's going to give it from the 5, so probably about the 2.5-yard line. So first and goal for Stroud, and that is their 13th first down to Perry's 5th.
That's the game right there. That's key in those. Possibly getting another points off of our turnover, second turnover of the game.
Actually, that's a 3-yard line. First and goal from the 3. Coach Cameron Bennett's not liking something from the referee. And I know there's jawing on both sides. Been a pretty good game, clean game, with the exception of a couple calls. But Stroud, first and goal from the 3, and Perry in dire need of a stop or a turnover or something. Powell gets a snap, hands it to Boot, and he walks into the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown, Alex Boot. For Stroud, walks right into the end zone. And Stroud pulling away here as that drive started at the Perry Maroon 25-yard line. And that covered 25 yards. Capped off by a TD run by Alex Boot. 3-yard touchdown once again. And Stroud threatening to give Perry their first loss of the year. Penalty temp is up, and it's good. So we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
Follow up with your team and favorite players in the Perry Daily Journal, supplying your local news for 120 years. The PDJ is a proud supporter of Perry Maroon athletes, from headlines to classified, covering Noble County for more than a century. Pick up a paper or check out our e-edition today to keep current on all Noble County news. Visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Daniel Phil, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. And 7:48 to go in the ball game. It's 21-6. Perry trails this one by 15. It's not out of the realm of possibility, Mike. But if you're Perry, you're going to have to score quick, and you're going to have to get the ball back somewhere. Yeah, you still got your 3 timeouts in your pocket, but you haven't taken advantage of what Stroud's giving you this half.
I mean, look at our drives to start. We got at the own 45, our 45, our own 45, our own 47. Those 2 drives right there. I mean, those great field position, and we squandered it.
I mean, they're giving you points.
Yeah, and as we've given them 2 turnovers this half. They, in turn, have taken advantage. They've got 14 off the turnovers.
Unlike
that's the difference.
Last week, the turnovers didn't hurt Perry. This week
it did.
As you go up into competition, it's going to hurt.
That's what Stroud. That's their MO. You know, they run it and they get you turnover, chat of your game, and they played their game to perfection. They've come out and done what they wanted to do.
Boot back to kick for Stroud at his own 40-yard line. And a kick away from Colby. They have all night. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken by the up man. That's Reyes at the 30. Cuts over to the right side. There was a face mask there. He finally got the call. It took him forever to call it.
That'll be key.
And that's going to be 15 yards added to the run. And I'm with you, the coaches. I mean, we're seeing calls up here, and they're taking forever to make the call. Austin Reyes, how many yards was that on the run back from the 30 to
the 30? 10 yards on the run
return. 10 on the run.
Check we might get.
And 15 tacked onto that, so personal foul. So you have the ball at midfield. This is what you want. You need a short
drive.
field. 7:39 to go. 3 timeouts in your pocket. This is what you need if you're Perry.
Exactly, partner. I mean, this is a third drive of 55 yards or less in this half. Well, I guess 7.
Yeah, so this is going to start the ball at the Stroud 47. Pistol formation, 4 receivers set for the Maroons. And Stroud jumped, or did we jump? And prior to the snap, and it's going to be Perry. False start. And he just got good field position.
Just got in
5 yards.
Just got in plus territory. Now we're moving back into negative territory, which is I call plus territory inside the 50 negative.
And Stroud did what they needed. They jumped. I mean, if Perry flinches, you're supposed to jump.
Right.
I mean, he watched the ball, and if it moves or if somebody moves, he jumped. And it was on Perry. So 5 yards back, first and 15. Pistol formation once again. Dawson Padilla back to pass. Throws short, has Reyes in the flat. 50, 45, 40, and he's marked at the 38-yard line. That is, he got 14 to 15 back, and it's 2nd and 1 for the Maroons.
Well, Reyes had himself a nice game tonight.
Those passes are going to be great for district play.
Yeah.
2nd and 1 for Perry. Padilla in the pistol formation again. Back to pass again. He finds his receiver again as Joe Rupp drops it. He was open, and he heard the footsteps, and he dropped the pass.
I think that's 4th drop tonight, maybe, partner. That's
so 3rd and 1 upcoming for Perry.
So we got another 3rd manageable, 3rd and 1. I mean,
this is 4-down territory regardless.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you should be able to.
They haven't been able to get Colby going. I mean, you usually would go to Colby here. But pistol formation, 4 receiver set again for Perry. Gets a snap, back to pass. Colby Mendenhall picks up the blitz. And a good play on the ball by Stroud as that was Powell. And it's incomplete, intended for Drake Dell. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for Perry. So that's Page on the pass breakup. You've got to know that you're better than the guy in front of you for 1 yard, partner. If you don't in football, then you've got problems.
You got problems, exactly. I was a little surprised. You haven't seen Garrett carry the ball tonight.
This wasn't in the game plan, I guess.
No.
I mean, the coaches have got a good game plan today. It's just the execution has been off tonight for Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
4th and 1 for Perry. Padilla in the pistol. Gets it to Mendenhall. And he's got the first down and more.
Whoa,
he's still
nice
going
run.
across
spear. That's a penalty.
A spear. That's a target foul. He gets across the 35, falls forward to the 33. And let's see what the call is here. How many yards was that, too?
It's about a 13-yard run at least.
13-yard run on the play, his biggest of the game.
We run the 38.
And I think there's going to be a personal foul spear added on. And it is a personal foul spearing. That gives Perry another first down. That's their first 4th down conversion. They're 1 of 2 on there. 0 of 10 on 3rd.
It's a 10-yard run. My apologies, partner.
10-yard run for Colby Mendenhall. Then 15 yards tacked on at the end of the play. Now you got to go score.
You got to.
And then you got to convert. You got to convert the conversion, too. If you don't, then it's moot. So Perry will have the ball now at the 13-yard line of Stroud. Pistol formation. Dawson Padilla gets it. Short pass to Reyes. He's going to walk in. Touchdown, Perry. 13-yard touchdown run. Austin Reyes from Dawson Padilla. The Maroons are not going away yet.
Not
and
so
that's
fast,
what
folks.
we needed. 7 minutes to go. They still have plenty of time on the clock, partner.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go. Yeah, they are still in this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you got to do the conversion here. Line it up for 2-point conversion. And Padilla will be in the pistol formation again. 4 receiver set again for Perry. Gets a snap, back to pass. And it's good! Oh, yes, it is converted! 2-point conversion. I see who caught it. That was Austin Reyes again on the conversion. We're going to take a timeout. Not done yet. You're listening to Perry Moon Football on Triple Play Sports.
We have a simple message for our local residents and neighbors.
The best patient experience in healthcare isn't an hour away.
It's right here at Stillwater Medical Center.
We're pledging excellence.
And our physicians, nurses, and staff are promising compassionate care every day.
So when you need understanding, attentive treatment,
You can stay close to home.
learn more by visiting stillwatermedical.com.
And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Perry's not done yet. They draw to within 7, 21-14. And boy,
what did we say, partner? Quick strike. That was a 31-second drive.
That's what it was. So now we're down by 7. You need to go get another score and another conversion, and you're going to win this ball game by 1. That's the best case scenario here. And you got your 3 timeouts. Didn't have to use them there either. That was what was great on that run, or that drive.
They gave us a gift. I mean, the personal foul, but that's on them. That's a mental mistake by Stroud, and we took advantage.
So now 7:08 to go in the ball game. Perry draws within 7, 21-14.
Pooch punt, don't go out of bounds. Okay, got it.
Pooch punt taken by Peeler. It's been
down.
a thorn in Perry's side,
Good,
and he
good
goes
coverage.
nowhere. And he took it at the 30-yard line, and he's dropped it to 28. And that was a 10. That was a 30-yard kickoff for Garrett Byer and a -2 return.
Great coverage by the defense there, or by the kick team.
Now Perry, now the crowd's trying to get into it, help this Perry defense, and Stroud has the ball at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10. And Perry fans need to get up and loud in the stands right now. If you can hear my voice, come on, stand up, get fired up. Stroud comes to the line, Grant Powell under center. I formation, 2 receiver set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. Takes a snap, he's going to hand it off to the first guy. He gets across, 40, 35, 40, 45, dump truck down, and Braden Sweeten and Wright get into it a little bit. And he's got to come off because his helmet came off, but he got all the way up to the 40, let's see, what is that, the 47-yard line? From the 28 to the 47, so that is a 19-yard pickup for the first down. Perry defense has got to be better than that. 6:44 to go in the ball game. Stroud is going to try and run it down your throat the rest of the ball game. You're going to have to stop it. High formation, Powell taking his time. Play clock under 5. Takes a snap, he's going to hand it off to Boot now. He's going to try and get up the middle. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Perry's just going to have to find what they have left. They got to find another gear here. Get check time for Perry defense. 2nd and 10. Stroud's going to take their time. 20 seconds on the play clock. 6:08 to go in the ball game. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. High formation, 2 receiver set, 1 to the near, 1 to the far. Now we've got a running back put off. Now play action fake. Powell back to pass, flush down the pocket. Devin Blanchett chasing him, gets out of his way. He gets him back in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 11 upcoming for Stroud. And that was just a covered sack for the Perry defense, and finally we had coverage on that play. Powell had nowhere to go, and he loses 1. 5:30 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 11 for Stroud. If you are here listening to me in the stands, get up right now. Get up. Stand up. Get loud. 3rd and 11. It worked last year. I had a lot of people listening to me in the crowd.
I guess nobody's listening.
Yes, nobody's listening. Defense got to stand up here. 3rd and 11. I formation once again. Stroud's going to have to take a timeout and talk about this one. And let's see. We've got our breaks in. Nope, we got one more break. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Perry Maroon. Oh, nope, we're going to keep it right here. I got my other break in, so I'm good. We're going to keep it right here. As Perry has rose to the occasion. 3rd and long. This has been
huge.
Their nemesis all night. Wonder what Coach Ellerick is going to draw up here for Stroud. He didn't like what he saw, obviously, so he took a timeout.
I mean, I would bet he's going to draw up something. To be honest, we still got all 3 of our timeouts. You might see something safe here because I think they're going to punt and try to play the field position
and let their defense win
the ball game. If they do get this first down, however, it's not the end of the world, but it is going to take Perry and to start using their timeouts, and that is what we don't need.
So we got 5:09 to go in the ball game. It's 3rd and 11 for Stroud. Perry defense has to make one stand here and get the ball back. They're within 7, 21-14. The Tigers of Stroud lead your Perry Maroons. Both teams 2-0 coming into tonight. Both teams are ranked.
A good game, partner.
And I think, regardless of what happens here, I think people are going to start to take notice of Perry.
I don't think I gave Stroud enough credit. You're right. Stroud's a much better team than
I didn't either. I really didn't. It's 3rd and 11. The crowd comes to their feet, and Stroud comes out with 4 receivers set now. Actually, no. Now we got 3 now. 2 back set. Grant Powell under center. Takes a snap. Back to pass. He's got a fade route, and Peeler's got it. He pushed off of Drake.
He did.
He got away with the push-off, and the referee's right there, and he let him push off Drake Dale. The pass is complete. He gets it up to the 35-yard line. That is a 17-yard pickup and a first down for Stroud. And the referee's right there, partner.
Yeah,
he pushed right off.
Both he's going to try to make a play on the ball. He just kind of swim moved Dale, and with the ball's in the air, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Now they're going to really bleed the clock. Under 5 now.
Yeah, this is going to start. Perry's going to start thinking about taking their timeouts pretty soon, so we can have time left to get the ball back to school.
So Stroud comes to the line of scrimmage. Under 10 on the play clock. Powell under center now again. Need to get a strip or something. Takes the hand off. Wasn't a good exchange. Running back comes around the right side. Gets hit right there. And maybe gave him a couple yards in the play. Give him 3 for 2nd and 7. With 4:23 to go in the ball game.
Sweet had a hat on the
Coach
football.
Cameron Bennett is telling the back judge, you let him push off on my man. He's still on him about that last play.
Still
motioning
to the back judge?
No, yeah, he has every reason to be mad because that was a clear. He extended when you extend your hands. That's push off.
Yeah, and he swung around him too. He pushed off the line, and then he swung around him when the ball was in the air.
We've said really good things about the referees. About that was a horrible call right there. Now Stroud came out with too many men out of the huddle. That should be an illegal substitution, but they didn't see the guy run off.
Unbelievable.
Powell under center gets the snap, hands it off up the middle, and he's going to get hit, and he gets across the 30-yard line, falls forward to the 28. That's a pickup of 4, brings up a crucial 3rd and 3 upcoming for Stroud. 3:32 and counting to go in the game. Coach Cameron Bennett holding on to those timeouts. 3rd and 3. I got something in my way here.
28-yard line.
She couldn't be in a worse spot.
Powell brings him to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 3, and this is the ball game, really, partner.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start calling a timeout.
Got Wright behind him. Powell gets the snap, gives it to Wright, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to get, nope, he's going to not going to stop. That's a first down for Stroud. He gets across the 25, falls forward to the 21-yard line. That's a pickup of 7, first down Stroud, and now they can really just run it out.
Yeah, I think Coach called a timeout. The clock has stopped. Less high school. Does the clock stop on a first down like college? I guess it does. Yeah, it does. Okay.
First and 10 for Stroud. 2:54 and counting to go in the ball game. We got to think about our players of the game, partner. I don't know if the coach is going to want to come up here or not, but.
Okay. Well, I've got a pretty good idea in mind.
Okay.
I got Hatfield on defense.
Powell being really deliberate now. Takes a snap. He's going to give it to his running back right up the middle. That's Morris. He's going to be hit, but he's going to drag tacklers with him. And he's going to
the ball.
The ball came out. The ball came out.
He was not down.
He was not down. Have they signaled yet?
I think they've signaled him down.
They signaled him down, and oh my goodness.
I do not know about
Perry
that.
took a timeout. And wow, partner. They said his forward progress was stopped. They gave him 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5. Perry takes a timeout to preserve some time. 2:27 to go in the ball game, but boy, that could have been a momentum right there that Perry needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to preserve some time because as quick a strike as this offense is, you still got to need some time to make something happen.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd and 5, and you got to keep Stroud from getting a first down for 3 plays. So let's recap. 2:27 to go in the ball game. Stroud leads 21-14. 2nd and 5 for Stroud at the Perry 16-yard line.
He also, pardon me, to make sure. I mean, it's a tough call, but they actually have a kicker, so his range is probably about 25 yards. So if you can keep him outside of that, that would also be crucial because they make it a 2-score game. That's,
and he's a kicker.
Insurmountable.
His point after attempts are high and long, and they're good.
And he hit a field goal last week or week 1.
Oh, he did?
It was one of the two.
I didn't watch film that much, all the way into that. I watch film. I just didn't watch the whole game. I don't know. I mean,
I know he's a.
Yeah.
But it's just a sheer call because of.
It's your call. You're looking at the stats more than I am, so I just need to know.
Well,
so
if we get another timeout, I'll talk
text
about
coach.
it.
Out of the timeout, 2nd and 5. Kyle under center gives the handoff to Morris. He's hit, and he's going to bounce off it again. He's close to a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. And just another tackle he broke, partner.
Yeah.
Just another tackle. They gave him the first down, and that's going to seal it right there. 1st and 10. And that is 17 first downs on the night to 6 for Perry.
And that's huge.
That's the game right there. That's the story of the ball game.
That and points off turnovers.
And 2:11 in county. Perry's got 2 timeouts left. It's really not going to matter at this point unless Stroud does something catastrophic to hurt themselves.
It's not something they tend to do, but you never know.
Kyle under center takes a snap, hands it off to Cody Morris. He gets hit.
Bounced off again. You have to make that tackle.
Again. He's still going. Now he's finally tackled as he crosses the 10 to the 5-yard line. And what it should not have been a gain was a 6-yard gain. Just got to tackle better.
Yep.
Especially going into district next week. It counts next week.
Exactly.
5 yards gain on the play.
They gave him 5 to the 6-yard line. 1:30 to go. I honestly don't think we're going to have Coach. I don't know if Coach Bennett's going to want to come up.
If so, I would throw Dawson for our offensive player of the game.
1:19 to go in the ball game. Stroud knocking on the door again. Powell gets the snap, hands it off to Cody Morris. He's hit again, and he gets through somehow, breaks about 3 tackles into the end zone. 6-yard touchdown, and Stroud is going to win this ball game. As I don't know if Perry just gave up on that play, or they're just worn down, but Stroud just finally, with their size,
they did. That's what Stroud likes. They use those.
Where did that drive start?
20. They're on 29.
That was a crushing 71-yard drive. And the point after attempt is good. Makes the score 28-14. Stroud on top. And that's all you run. I mean, Morris with a 6-yard touchdown run to cap it off. Point after attempt is good. And I just, how many plays was that too, partner?
8.
So 8-play drive, 71 yards, touchdown run, 6-yard run by Morris. Point after attempt was good, and that makes the score 28-14. Perry's going to drop to 2-1 on the year. And part of we had our chances.
We did.
Next week you're going to have to regroup. You go to Tonkawa. They beat you last week 7-6. You are so much better than Tonkawa. You've got to get it going again next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the debut that Perry did. This is not the debut Perry wanted.
No, but starting with this game tonight, there was 3 of the next 4 at home. So after Tonkawa next week, we have 3. That's 4 out of 5 actually. We have 3 in a row at home.
Tonkawa,
well,
That's a Thursday night game, too. So, I mean, weird things have happened on Thursday night.
They have. Brandon Whedon in the Colorado game comes to mind for Oklahoma State.
That's true. As Boots back to kick off from his own 40-yard line. And
Hennessy's not till October 16th.
Oh, excuse me. It's Cashin.
It's Pawnee.
Oh, yeah, you got a little stretch there.
You got 3 in a row at home.
You could definitely.
That's going to be the key.
Boots back to kick off now from the 40-yard line. Minute 10 to go in the ball game. Carry down by 14. There's the kickoff. Going to be finally taken by Colby Mendenhall at his 15. And he crosses the 30, 35, 40, 45. Still taking tackles with him. Gets it to the 48-yard line. We'll give him that was I think he took it at the 10, so that's a 38-yard return for Colby Mendenhall.
Well, he's still fighting.
They finally kicked it to him. They're like, well, we're up 14. We can kick it to you now. So Dawson Padilla brings the out with a minute 2 to go in the ball game. Pistol formation, 4 receiver set for Perry. Takes the snap back to pass. It's Padilla. Pass is short. That's caught by Joe Rupp. Makes a man miss. Across the 40. Gets hit about the 36-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup and a first down for Perry.
16 yards.
And 16-yard pickup. And that stops the clock momentarily. 54 seconds to go. Dawson Padilla quickly gets the troops to the line of scrimmage. There's the play in action. 50 seconds to go. Going to have to hurry. Taking way too much time. 4 receivers set. The formation. Takes the snap. Gives it to Colby Mendenhall up the middle. Interesting call there.
Yeah,
gets across the 30-yard line. And he's close to, he got 7 yards, so it brings up a 2nd and 3. I guess maybe working for something next week.
Yeah.
2nd and 3, upcoming for Perry. Dawson Padilla, pistol formation, 4 receiver set, back to pass again. Pass is short. It's caught by Braden Sweet. Gets across to the 22-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup and another first down with 19 seconds to go. Actually, give him an 8-yard pickup at 21.
What am I hearing about that?
I don't know what I'm hearing. 1st and 10 for Perry. 19 seconds to go. And he was pushed out of bounds, so the clock stopped. That's Braden Sweet. Fade route would be nice here.
Yeah. They're playing
pass,
deep.
Dawson Padilla looking for Drake Bell. And he was there.
A little short.
Incomplete in the end zone. 2nd and 10 from the Stroud 21-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Maroons.
15 seconds to go in the ball game. Stroud will go to 3-0. The Maroons will drop to 2-1. Finish non-conference at 2-1. Padilla gets the snap back to pass again. Same play. Looking for Padilla. Same reaction and same result. So it's 3rd and 10. Not even close to him. What's Padilla got tonight?
221 yards. That's what my play of the game would be. 2 touchdowns. And then it's either Reyes or Hatfield on defense. So it's your call.
Now Padilla back in the pistol formation again, gets a snap. Passes short to Reyes. He bobbles it, gets it back again, gets up to the 10-yard line, and he gets 11 yards, 2 seconds to go. So 1st and 10 from the 10.
Gain by Reyes is going to be good for a Maroon first down.
Go Reyes. Yeah. Because he's had a great offense.
That's the end of the ball game as Perry couldn't get another snap, and Stroud wins at 28-14 over the Perry Maroons. Perry drops to 2-1. Stroud goes to 3-0. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
Hey, football fans, the crunch, crack, and bang of bones go along with gridiron football. But where do you go when your bones get hit? Turn to Stillwater's own Ortho, Oklahoma. As bone and joint specialists, our board-certified orthopedic physicians join physical therapists and nurses to treat your injuries with hometown friendliness and expert care. At Ortho, Oklahoma, we are keeping you together. Learn more at orthook.com or call 405-707-0900.
Duty, neighbors united for the common good. Honor, The faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country, a vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty, honor, country. We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD. In the Army National Guard, you can...
Sponsored by the Oklahoma National Guard. Aired by the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And welcome back to Perry, Oklahoma. Danielsville, Brock Campbell alongside Mike Shaw. Not a happy night for Perry Maroon fans. Perry drops at 28-14 to the Stroud Tigers, and Stroud showed why they're ranked right outside the top 10 and maybe in the top 10 in one poll. But Perry's not far. They're just a young team. They didn't take advantage of some certain situations that Stroud gave them tonight, and they're going to improve more over the year. Next week, Tonkawa, you're much better than Tonkawa. I expect this team to come back with more fire in their belly from this loss. They want to get this out of their mouth. It's just a bad taste, and I look for next week to take care of the Buccaneers.
I agree, partner. And like you said, they gave away too many drives. They had 3 drives at the 52-yard line or 48-yard line.
Yeah.
But inside 53 yards, they had 3 drives in the second half and came away with no points.
Well, and you said it there. I mean, you really can't win when
and the last one was this last drive.
You have to give it up to Coach Illick and his staff.
Absolutely.
They took Colby Mendenhall out of the ball game. That has been the bread and butter of Perry the first 2 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
It forced Dawson Padilla, which had a great game tonight, with the exception of some of the incomplete passes, but he threw the ball well.
Yeah, he was
and some drop passes as well. But it forced Perry to really spread the ball out more. And I'm telling you, we're not there yet. We're not as good as we're going to get. But this is a learning experience going into district next week.
Absolutely. If you hang on to those 2 fumbles, that's 14-14. Stroud scored off two of our fumbles, or turnovers, let's just say. And we got 2 turnovers on them as well and didn't get anything. So that's the key right there. Look at the score, 28-14. They got 14 points off turnovers. We got 0. And there you have it, 28-14. And then Stroud, just to their credit, just with their big old hogs up front, they just wore us down in the end.
I think you're right, yeah.
Even though we have good depth and our guys, they're big guys, but they're not 300-pound guys. And when you have 350-pounders, 2 of them, and then one other guy's 250 coming at you all night, it starts to hurt a little. It's tough.
Well, then the running backs, they average 200 pounds too as well.
They're big kids, they're not small running backs.
And they're stocky.
Exactly,
so,
and they're tough to bring down.
Pounded and pounding on offense and on defense.
Yeah, they're bulldogs.
You got to give it up to Stroud. They're going to have a nice year, I think. They
so
start 3-0, but could Perry have won this game? Oh, easily. Easily, they could have won this game if they would have taken advantage of the situations that Stroud gave them. Because Stroud, in that third quarter, partner, Stroud was holding on for dear life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we had those 2 drives right away at the 45 and the 47.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got maybe combined 25 yards. Let's see, we got 31, and then the next one, I think that was the turnover on the third quarter possession.
Yeah.
And that's what killed us.
You're still, like Crescent Coast last week, he said we're transitioning into a new offense. Let's face it, we're still transitioning into that new offense. Is it better than it was last year? Sure.
Yeah, and he's not Dan Marino yet, but Padilla is. I think he's there. I think he's got it.
Just a sophomore. You got 2 more years after this. Imagine how he's going to be a senior.
And boy, I tell you, Austin Reyes, he really showed me something on offense and defense tonight. He had a great game.
We saw that in the scrimmages. We saw that Austin was open in the flat a lot during the scrimmages.
Yeah.
And we're starting to recognize that. And give it up to Coach Bennett. He recognized that Stroud didn't have any answer for those short passes tonight.
Right.
And it almost got Perry there. But the turnovers are going to kill you every time. And penalties are going to kill you every time. We had a couple penalties that killed drives to start with. There's just things you're going to have to work on. Those are correctable things, too. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah, those are mental.
Correctable things.
Yeah, those are mental. Those aren't things that, we just can't do anything about it. We don't have that guy there. Yeah, those are mental mistakes.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and take our first time out. We're going to come back with some stats, and hopefully we're going to have Coach Bennett and some players tonight. We're going to start the post-game show, sponsored by the Womack Insurance Agency. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
I'm Lori Pierce with First Bank and Trust Company. We've been providing sensible home mortgages
to your friends and neighbors for years. We can help you find the mortgage with the right terms just for you. We're committed to helping you with a broad range of programs and personalized service. Call Michelle Woods or me today at 580-336-5562, or you can apply online at bankfct.com or with our convenient mortgage app. First Bank and Trust Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
To win football games, it takes great coaching, hard work, and talent. To stay in business for 19 years, Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick of Perry has valued its customers, providing them with friendly, outstanding service and the best prices around. Our customers tell us we're a comfortable place to buy a car. If you haven't experienced the Vance Perry difference, come by for a visit. You'll be glad you did. Vance Chevrolet GMC Buick, family owned and operated for 19 years, where it's comfortable to buy a car.
What if we got rewarded for every good decision?
Dinner. Meal needs a vegetable. Check.
Amazing!
Vegetables cooked with a healthier oil instead of butter.
Fantastic!
Replacing bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or vegetable oil, is good for your heart. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Visit heart.org/face the fat. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fat campaign.
Follow up with your team and favorite players in the Perry Daily Journal, supplying your local news for 120 years. The PDJ is across the border of Perry Maroon.
How can I get these chairs out of the way?
From headlines to classifieds, covering Noble County for more than a century. Pick up a paper or check out our e-edition today to keep current on all Noble County news. Visit our website at www.pdjnews.com to subscribe and friend us on Facebook. The Perry Maroon Postgame Show is brought to you by the Womack Insurance Agency, Farmers Insurance Agent Steve Womack. The Womack Insurance Agency is located at 223 Delaware Street in Perry. 580-336-6300. Visit the website, farmersinsurance.com. That's Womack. Farmers Insurance, we've got you covered.
And welcome back to the Perry Maroon post-game show, sponsored by Steve Womack and Farmers Insurance, the Womack Insurance Agency. And back here at Danielsfield, not good news if you're Perry Maroons fans, and they lose at 28-14 over the Stroud Tigers. And with me now is Coach Cameron Bennett. And Coach, boy, in that third quarter, Stroud gave you opportunities, and just turnovers got us again this week.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, first half offense, we didn't do a dadgum thing. I mean, we, young quarterback missed a lot of reads, and he missed a lot of things that, we're running veer, and the invert's got the bubble. You got to be able to read it and see it, and a lot of times the guy's wide open. As you guys seen, we started hitting it finally. It's just inexperience, and we're going to learn from this, and obviously, we were taking it as that, this is a warm-up game. Next week's when it starts counting, and that's what's the important part. And, we told our guys that obviously, it's going to be, our record right now is 0-0. We're 0-0 because, you want to win every game, obviously, but, next week's when it counts. Next week's that's the one that starts counting.
What specifically were they doing with Colby tonight? It seems like they were just selling out for Colby. What specifically were they doing that was really giving him a hard time getting on track tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously, like you said pregame, I mean, he leads the league. He leads the state in rushing, and that was their main goal, was to stop Colby, which obviously should open up a lot of other things. And we just struggled reading it. We struggled reading it with a young quarterback, and he'll get better. He's only going to go. He's only going to go up, right. And that's why he's in that position, because we know that we believe in him. We believe in him, and we know that he can get the job done. And he just had a bad game tonight.
Now that we've seen Stroud, let's talk about going into the district. Does Stroud emulate any of the district teams that we're going to see this year? Is this why we got Stroud on the schedule?
Well, I think if you look at last year's film, obviously Tonkawa. I mean, Tonkawa's going to line up and try to run the ball and do some play-action passes and things like that. And we just got to get mentally prepared, and we just got to keep getting better. Defensive-wise, we did okay tonight. We missed a lot of blown assignments. I mean, you preach all week to stop 21 because 21's the guy they throw to all the time, and we leave him open. It's just kids making mental mistakes. and we just got to learn from it and grow from it and get better.
Well, Coach, I know the loss hurts, 28-14, but like you said, it doesn't count. Next week counts, and this team's in great position to make a district run and a district title. So, thanks for coming up here after the loss. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thanks, Brock. Appreciate it.
And that was Coach Cameron Bennett, your Perry Maroon football coach, and I think we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll come back with some stats, and we'll get all hooked up for next week's contest at Talkwall as your Perry Maroons fall here 28-14 here at Danielsfield. You're listening to Perry Maroons football on Triple Play Sports.
The world needs a lot of energy to run, so we care about where and how it's produced. At Devon Energy, we're not just providing energy,
but
responsible ways to supply it.
I know.
That's why we're proud supporters of the areas where we live and work, because just as important as what the world needs today is what it needs for tomorrow. Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep.
Campbell Communications is proud to sponsor and to bring you Perry Maroon Athletics. To become a sponsor, please visit www.campbellcommunicationsok.com or call and ask for Brock at 405-204-4246. Campbell Communications, where we bring the game to you.
More than 1 million wild animals are killed each year illegally. Poaching is a major threat to our country's wildlife. I'm Tom Barry. I'm an actor with a desire to preserve living space for wildlife. The Humane Society Wildlife Land Trust does just that. Works with private landowners to protect wildlife, to preserve natural habitats. To learn more or to work with the Humane Society Wildlife Land Trust, call 800-729-SAVE.
8 in the last.
That's 800-729-SAVE or visit wildlifelandtrust.org.
We do this.
When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra. A real person. Don't buy from an 800 number with a voicemail menu. The Womack Agency is here to help you with all of your insurance needs, auto, home life, and business. You can visit them at 623 Delaware Street right here in Perry, Oklahoma, or call them at 580-336-6300. You can also visit their website at www.farmersagent.com/S-Womack.
And let's go ahead and do some stats as Mike gets hooked up here.
No, I'm having some difficulty. I don't know what happened.
Go ahead and do our team stats. We'll roll through the individual stats for Perry, and then we'll get all wrapped up and get you ready for next week.
So do you want me to do stats for Stroud?
Yeah.
Total yards for Stroud, 428. They had 287 yards on the ground. They really started to wear us down late. 141 passing, 2 rushing touchdowns. It's 1 turnover, but they had 2 turnovers. They had 6 penalties for 61 yards, and they held the ball for 32 minutes. And in a 48-minute game, that's hard. You're not going to win a lot of games like that. For Perry, for the home team, we got 282 total yards. Couldn't get it working on the ground, but we had 232 passing. And 2 touchdowns from Padilla to Rupp and Reyes, 50 on the ground. We had 2 turnovers as well. Only had 4 penalties. We were relatively clean on that tonight. 4 penalties for 24 yards and a 15-minute time of possession, 15:43, 16, give or take.
That's individual stats now for Perry.
Okay. Let's see.
Hooked up here.
Padilla was 17 of 33 for 232 yards, like I said, with the 2 touchdowns. Let's see, individually, Reyes had 7 receptions for 71 yards. Rupp had 5 for 96, and both scored those touchdowns. Rough night on the ground. Colby still managed to churn out 53 yards on 14 carries.
Most of that was in the fourth quarter.
Most of that was in the fourth, and had that, that 20-yard run too. Individually for Stroud, Peeler had 6 for 139, 6 receptions for 139, and that touchdown. Those big plays for him. And on the ground, individually, Wright 21 carries, 139. And a touchdown. Boot 15 for 85 and a touch, and then Morris 9 for 66.
Go ahead and step back here, partner. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And
I wanted to do defensive stuff.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, there was a lot of big numbers.
We had some big numbers on defensively,
but that's why, because we had so many yards rushing.
We talked about with Coach Bennett that there were key things that Stroud gave you in that third quarter, but Coach Bennett said that we missed some assignments. Dawson missed some reads. He's going to do that. He's a sophomore quarterback. This is still a young team. Does Stroud emulate a team that we're going to play? He said, more or less Tonkwall, but Tonkwall is down this year. Perry should go there next week with a lot of, grit and fire, because they lost 7-6 last year to Tonkawa up there, and they shouldn't have. So, and it doesn't count. This one really doesn't count. You're 2-1, but it doesn't count. It's not district.
Just,
next week
counts for the record, but for the district now.
This team can compete for a district title.
Absolutely.
They're in that hunt. Hiddensee, Perry, and Chisholm, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a 3-team race. I agree with you.
But they're just going to get better and better. So if you're Perry, what are you going to have to do to get your mo back and go to Tonkawa? And you don't want to play down to their level, but you want to go and just get a win and get back here and you're 3-1 and 1-0 in district. You
just go out and you execute. You go out and, like I said, you pretend like you're playing Stroud again, and you go out and execute. And going against a lesser opponent, you'll beat them, and you should beat them. And you gotta Dawson's got to read his reads a little better. A few drop passes. The offensive line has got to block a lot better, and I believe that they will. I don't believe Tonkawa's going to have a guy that weighs 330.
Well, nobody that we play for the rest of the year is going to have anybody that's that big.
You step up to 5 and 6A, you'll very rarely see that. So that is something that I don't think coming in, Perry really expected Bucktrot to have that much of an effect on those big linemen. Maybe they did, but they just didn't. They really didn't do anything to counter it, to be honest. When you come down to it, 287 yards rushing, they just couldn't get it. They just couldn't get it done. And when it counted, they definitely didn't get it done. But coming in next week, execute, go back to practice, have a good practice, block, tackle, execution, what Coach likes to preach, what we all like to preach. And I believe he'll come out with a victory against Tonkawa.
Well, that's the story here tonight as Perry drops it 28-14 to the Stroud Tigers, and they go to 2-1 on the year. Really, like we said, it doesn't matter. 2-1. They start district play next week at Tonkawa. We'll be on the air at 6:45. I think the game will be at 7:30. I'm going to make sure, double check that, because if we go away, it's to the away's discretion when they want to start the game. But I'm thinking it'll be 7:30. Blackwell started at 7:30. I think Tonkawa started at 7:30 that night that we played Blackwell as well. Remember they had that delay as well.
I think it was just Class A that went to 7 o'clock.
I think it was just Class A. So it's going to be a 7:30 broadcast, 6:45 pregame on 10:20 a.m. You can listen to us. And I hope you've enjoyed it tonight on Penn Network. We'll have all the home games live for you on Penn Network. And the next home game will be in 2 weeks here as Pawnee comes to town, I believe, and that's homecoming.
It's homecoming.
So we'll have a big crowd here for that one, and we hope you join us here in the stands and listen to us on your headset or your phone or whatever. That's all from here at Danielsfield. Once again, it was Perry losing this one to Stroud 28-14. Thanks for watching and listening. You're listening to Perry Maroon Football on Triple Play Sports.
Thanks for listening to Perry Maroon Football. Perry Maroon Football has been brought to you by Brown.